What's up, everyone? Oh my gosh, we're back. We're back for a scheduled stream for the first time in like 2 months. Holy cow. I hope you have all been well. Of course, we have done streams in between then, but I think we only did them for like pack releases, if I recall correctly, which I actually still have those VODs. I haven't posted on the VOD channel yet. I need to do that, but... What's up, King Shamaz? What's up, Pickle Placebo, Phenomenal, Toad, Hidden Law, everyone else who's hanging out, vibing, just, you know, lurking, whatever you're doing, chatting, anything. I'm just glad to have you here. Missed the streams? I did too, after a while, honestly. Well, not that I didn't at first either, but like, well, so to like, to remind everyone, or like, you know, catch everyone up who doesn't know, I stopped streaming like towards the end of February. Because I just had like a lot of IRL stuff, especially with work going on. My work schedule was a little bit out of whack for a bit, but everything on that side of my life is like back to normal. And right as that was wrapping up, then they announced the Challenger Cups out of nowhere, and I was like, oh. So I don't know. I briefly considered like streaming some of the Challenger Cups, but ultimately decided that like, you know, it's just that I really wanted to focus on the tournament gameplay, right? And I know I perform not as well. Oh my god, thank you for the follow. Just the runic tip, just to see if they like it. And thank you for the hydration as well, Jojo. Yeah, no, I did think about streaming the Challenger Cups, but like, not only does that inherently set you at a disadvantage as far as like, obviously I would have a hand hider, but still just people being able to have insight into what you're doing, what you're playing, and all that stuff. But on top of that, I just can't talk and play at the same time. It's just not very well anyway. Exactly, Reezy's right. No streaming. Gotta lock it in. Plus, first being the first official, Master Duel tournaments that I can enter, I really wanted to like have a really good showing. My initial, when they were first announced, I was like, if I can top like one of these, and obviously we didn't even know how many there were going to be, right? But I was like, if I can top one, I'll be good. But it's like, my whole thought was like, I'll bring Snake Eye top one, and then I'll play some more like quote unquote fun decks. But then I was like, well, winning is pretty fun. And also like, I kind of started to have this idea of like, let me actually start building an event deck while I'm talking here. I do have Pearlies built already, but I want to play TGs, because I haven't played that in a minute. But yeah, no, I also just, like I said, I really wanted to see how well I could do, and I was very pleasantly surprised as I continued to win, and my goals for myself continued to get, like, higher and higher, right? At first I was like, oh, I'll be fine with one top, and then I got my top, and I was like, well, what if we could get at least another? And I got another, and I'm like, what about 3? And then after the third one, I was like, I'll be fine if I don't get any more than 3, but, like, what if I can get 5? And that was also around the time where I was like, I really wanted to win a Rescue Rabbit, like, make the finals. Unfortunately, we didn't quite get there, but yeah, so that's pretty much where I'm at right now. Tinfoil Hab, I think we're getting a new pack tomorrow. I think they give us at least a few days heads up, so I think it would be very unlikely, but it's not, like, necessarily unprecedented. Gonna go for the purple wave as well. I don't really have any plans to. I'm mostly just gonna do the additional missions, because I haven't started on those yet, and I can actually show those here. Actually, I want to see where I'm at, too, on my overall missions. Because I know one of them is like, yeah, I have to summon, like, 20 monsters, and, like, if I play TG, I can do this in, like, 2 duels. Oh, but I have to win 10 games, too. Okay. And I still have 12 duels overall. Well, I don't necessarily need to win 10 games. I don't know, because the last one's only 10 like, gems, but if we have to play 12 anyway, it's like we might as well, so... Yeah, TGs will get a lot of summons, plus, like I said, I just haven't played this deck in a minute, so... Which one playing Triple Masquerade Dragon? The Tax Dragon. The Tax Dragon! Really distracting, can't play your best. Yeah, no, I love streaming, like, I love chatting with y'all, but like I said, I can't do that and also play to my best at the same time. It's just, it's not possible. There are some people who can do that. There are some people who can lock it in and, like, talk at the same time, which I think is wild, but it's not something that I am personally capable of. Let's see, so this is going to be more of a pure TG deck. I'm just trying to think of my ratios here. Let's start with, like, the minimum, right? Because you don't really need that much for a TG engine. Like, really all you need is, like, and then the counter trap and the tank grub, right? It's always just these 5 main deck monsters. Randomly drop Bonfire Pack. They did, but we still got like 3 to 4-ish days. That's typically as much announcement as they give, in my experience, or just in my experience. It's been everyone's experience, but just from what I've observed, like they usually give us about 3 to 4 days notice. Maybe about 5, a little less than a week. Shark has been very silly. Shark is a very cool deck. That I think. Oh, I don't have Bahamut Shark. That's why I haven't played it before. All right, I'm gonna start actually looking up some TG lists here real quick. Because I've played like pure TG, I've played Snake Eye TG, but I've not played like pure TG. Although to be fair, I think some amount of the Snake Eye stuff is still legal, right? Oh wait, hang on. Let me go to Duel. Oh yeah, it's like all legal. Okay, well what about I feel like I'm sinful. Okay, Diabell's at 1. Wanted is at 1. Is that it? That's not that bad. If that's all there is. Honk. Ninjas with Fusion, Spring-Ins. Did you see the ban list? I did see the ban list. We could talk about that a little bit too, actually. Is there much to say? Soul Piercer's at 1, which it should have been the whole time. That's a great hit. You know what? I'll throw in some of this stuff. And what else was there? Oh yeah, of course, Ash and Wanted to 2. So, I think that this hit is like more. Oh, not that one. I think this hit is more impactful than people think, but not super impactful. They could have, and honestly should have, done more. If the goal is to rein in Snake Eyes, there should have been more hits. But in Best of 1, these little consistency semis actually matter a lot more. And if you're playing Snake Eye, you're definitely going to feel it. Snake Eye is probably still the best deck. It might be Rescue Ace, so... but even then, I think Rescue Ace will likely be on the Snake Eye engine a lot of the time. So it's actually easier to fit the Snake Eye engine into Rescue Ace now, which is also another bit of a boost for Rescue Ace, right? So, I mean, I can see a world of Rescue Ace as being the best deck, but I feel like Snake Eye is probably still the best deck. But you're going to feel that consistency lost. You don't think it'll kill Super Heavy Samurai? No, I don't think it'll kill Super Heavy Samurai. I think Super Heavy Samurai will be, obviously not as consistent or not have as much long game or like ability to like if you can banish their Soul Piercer out of the yard, they have a much harder time recovering now, right? But I think the deck is still like good. It's really bad for the deck. I mean, I think so. Super Heavy Samurai, I would say, is like upper to mid tier 2 right now. Soul Piercer 1 will probably knock it down to tier 3, but I don't see it going much lower than that. So Rescue Ace fun, seems like Turbulence at 4 pass. There's a lot more to it than that. Especially with the new stuff like Emergency and Preventer. Emergency especially opens up so much for the deck. As far as like lines, not just lines, but ways that you can like dodge disruption and negates and all that stuff. It's a lot more than just Turbulence at 4 pass. Alright, let me look at this deck breakdown again. I mean, if we're playing more of a pure build, we can play more of these. We could do, like I said, the Snake Eye stuff is still good. Oops, even if we don't have Link monsters, like some amount of it, because you can still, like Original Sin for Ash, right? Like we might only play 1 Snake Eye Ash here. We could also play Poplar though, and potentially use that to search Original Sin. But does that do anything? Like going for, I don't really think that does too much. Okay, we're definitely gonna play the Limiter removal at 3. This is like mandatory if you're playing the pure build. Let's see. What else is on here? It's like specific to TG. The Raptor, we have one of those in, yeah. There's a Tank Grub. Okay, you always play 1 Tank Grub. We have 2 of these. You got a playset. I mean, I have this playset of Rocket Salamanders. Like, I might as well use it, right? I think, like, even for a pure TG deck, like, you really don't need much more than what I have here. I even have, like, the Wanted and Diabell and stuff. Okay, so we can start looking at some staples now. Oh, you know what? Let's do the extra deck while I'm thinking about it. I think I have... Okay, we're definitely going to play... We could even play 3 of these, honestly. We'll start with 3 and see if we go down to... I think I'll do that for, like, all the TG synchros, right? Like, we'll start with a couple of copies of each, and then if we need to cut them, we can just do that. Oh my god, are we gonna Calamity? Is Calamity legal? Because I don't own, Blazar. Hang on. So, If we're gonna play this deck, we're gonna Calamity Lock people. That's good. Crimson Dragon, and of course, Baron de Fleur. I think you can play Chaos Angel in this deck. And we'll find their Synchro at some point. Instead of good decks, they need to release more instead of ZJ. I think this, no, I think this latest wave was, like, very good as far as, like, being able to compete with Snake Eye. Rescue Ace is being played about as much as Snake Eye in Diamond and Master right now. Pearly is a lot better than I think a lot of people think it is. I saw a lot of Pearly in the Challenger Cup. I think this last wave of decks that, like, got support, like, very much challenged the meta. What's up, Caius? The tier 1 sub for 4 months. Thank you very much. Super appreciate it. Rescue Ace is not close to Snake Eye. I know it sucks going second. It's harder going second with Rescue Ace than Snake Eye, but I don't think it's impossible. I mean, of course it's not impossible, but there's also the matter of, like, do you, like, is Rescue Ace Snake Eye, like, its own variant, or is it also counting in Rescue Ace? Because, like, I think that could also just end up being the best deck, potentially. Alright, I think, again, for TG cards, we're good, right? We could do, like, Wonder Magician if we really wanted to, but I don't think we need to. I'm just going to add more staples here. Maxi is very banned, so we'll play Ash Blossom. We'll play Imperms. We'll play these. Veiler's good. Droll is good. Nib is good. Let's see. Oh, 1-for-1. Let's play that. Oh, is there any other, like, search cards that are kind of generic we can play? Excel Synchron? I'm trying to think of a scenario in which you would summon Excel Synchron. Oh my god, am I going to remember this combo line? Jesus, I guess we'll find out. You might have to bear with me a little bit. I might need to, like, I might need a game or two to remember. Well, I mean, I've never played the pure variant, but, I mean, the combo line is the same as the Snake Eye variant. You just have to open, like, an extender. Unless you open the Diabell or Wanted, which we only have one of each. Let's see. I guess we could just play... I mean, we're kind of... I'm trying to think if we need more gas, or how many... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Like, we can play triple tax, but I think we actually need more engine for this deck. So, like, what are we trying to open here? If we want to open, like, the limiter removal. What else is there? Like, you can open this one, Booster Raptor, plus, I think, Rocket Salamander is a full combo. So maybe we actually play another Booster Raptor? I don't know. Oh yeah, Little Knight. Little Knight's happening too very soon. That'll be interesting. Mostly just to see how decks play differently. God, I feel like I don't have any more engine to add here, which is a little awkward. I mean, I could add another Booster Raptor. That's like more of an extender. That's fine. Okay, and then we'll just play like triple tax or something. I might end up switching back to Pearly, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know about this. Like, Pearly is definitely, like, a lot easier, but I wanted to try, like, something different here, right? So, TG event. Because I did Pearly for, like, the bulk of my missions here. Memento looks silly, and Memento looks cool. I'm eager to try that deck. Oh, wait, no, I want this one. You and 3 main. Oh, we'll just leave that as a 3 main. That's fine. Unchained. Yeah, I think Unchained's like a tier. Actually, I recorded my Unchained deck profile earlier today, and that's going up tomorrow. I think Unchained is like a solid tier 3 deck. I think it's a power level thing. Like, people are often like, oh, it's not as good because of Maxi. But I think that's like, I think that's the not thinking answer. I think that's like, you're trying to figure out, oh, what's different between the two formats? Oh, Maxi. So that must be the reason why Unchained isn't good. I think it's just a power level issue, honestly. Does not meet the limit regulations. What? What happened? Oh, because I'm in the Xyz group. Yeah, I need to go to the Synchro group. Change group. Here we go. Synchro. There we go. That's a little convoluted, but okay, sure. Copy from my deck. TG event. Select. There we go. Now we're good. It's C and Prosp. Oh yeah, Prosp is at 1, as it should be. That's another reason why it's not as like consistent. I imagine, yeah, with Prosp at 3, it's so much easier to open Tour Guide plus Charvara and just like play through stuff. He's getting dunked on. I don't know why either. I think Pearly is like just the best deck you can be playing in this event. It's like not changed at all, except for Maxi, which nobody has. So, okay, this is definitely a full combo here. I don't think I even need the limit removal, right? Because I already have Booster Raptor and Rocket Salamander. That's what you would add anyway. So, okay, let's see if I can remember this. Normal summon Rocket Salamander, special summon Booster Raptor, and oh my god, I'm already ranking. Wait, didn't I need the Tank Grub? No, we Rocket Salamander F for the Tank Grub. I mean, we'll just do it, right? Let's just go for it. What does this do? What the other effect? Once returned in face into the blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, not relevant. Alright. Alright, Tank Grub and Summon and Mighty Strike. Oh, I have a 14 card extra deck. I never put in a 15th card. Oops, let's do that after this game. Alright, let's do Mighty Striker, Chainlink 1, and then Tank Grub, Chainlink 2. We'll play around Ash Blossom. Alright, Tank Grub, summon the token. 14 card extra deck, new meta. I actually played one of the Challenger Cups. I had a round 1 opponent who was on Snake Eye Infernoble, who had a 14 card extra deck. Alright, let's go for a TG all clear, and then we use the all clear. Okay, I'm remembering this. It's like riding a bike, yeah. You pop the Mighty Striker, and then you add the Screw Serpent, and then Mighty Striker is going to send the counter trap to the graveyard. And then we can get an extra normal summon for the Screw Serpent. You make over... Oh, you bring back, yeah, you bring back the 1, you make the Over Dragonar and the EMZ. Yeah, I remember this. I'm kind of surprised I remember this, honestly. I did not expect to... But again, I guess it's kind of like riding a bike. Alright, Dragonar. Can we do this without Elf? I just realized that. Surely we can. Well, you can actually summon... Don't you put that evil on me, Alnick. You can actually summon Calamity fairly easily. Like... because Over Dragonar is a dark dragon. Well, it's a machine while all clears on the field, but this, with all clears on the field, this is a dragon. So you actually can like meet the material requirements for, yeah, because we're not using Booster Raptor yet. You can meet the material requirements for Calamity, like, but you can do it with Mighty Striker on your opponent's turn. Because Calamity is any 2 tuners and a non-tuner Dark Dragon Synchro monster, which again, if you don't have all clear on the field, Over Dragonar is a dragon, so... Okay, now we make the Hyper Librarian first, because we want to draw cards. We make that with... we use the token now. Yes, okay. With the Screw Serpent? Yeah, because that'll free a zone for the Rocket Salamander, yep. Is Final Fantasy VII your favorite? My favorite is 10. That's the first one I played. I just have a lot of nostalgia for it, and I also just think it's a really good game. 7 is very good, though. I like 10 is my favorite. I think either 7 or 9 is probably the best one. I have a hard time deciding between those two. Okay, we bring back Screw Serpent, for sure. Alright, okay, now we summon Star Guardian using Screw Serpent and Rocket Salamander. You can hear me sounding more and more uncertain here, but I believe this is correct. Yeah, because Tank Grub can be used as a non-tuner optionally. That's right. I remember now. Okay, so yeah, this is right. Okay, let's go Star Guardian F, and then... Oh yeah, because Hyper Librarian is mandatory, so it already triggered. Is that Volcanic's greatest soldier? Yes, me, who's notably never played Volcanic. Have I ever played Volcanic? I'm trying to think if I played Volcanics, like, in the past. Like... when I still played the TCG. I mean, I've played Shell in a couple of decks, sure. Who hasn't? We make a second Over Dragonar here. I remember that. Okay, yeah, I'm doing this right. I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 99.5% sure. I think there might be something small I'm forgetting. Draw another one. Okay, now we don't need to do that. We make the... Do we make the blade? No. We make the Glaive Blaster first. Because we're going to make Blade Blaster with Star Guardian and Hyper Librarian. We want the draw first. So we go 2, 5, 5. Where's my Crimson Dragon, though? Was I supposed to make that at some point? Oh, no. I make that on my opponent's turn. That's right. Oh my god, this theme is so fucking good. This song is so good. Oh, there's Wanted. Okay, right on time. Why is my auto import stuff still on here? Okay, now we make the Blade Blaster with you and you. My brain used an archetype. Illegal. Okay, so now we Glaive Blaster. So we have a monster you can target one of those. We Glaive Blaster, banish, and then resummon, and that puts the counter trap on the field. Yes. We don't activate. Wait. No. We don't activate this. Oh my god. Okay, now we activate this to bring it back, as well as the counter trap to set itself. Okay. Yep. Alright, counter trap here. You can go here. Alright, now we set you. And... Alright, now we can... Oh yeah, we'll set a couple of call buys too. Okay. Now, during the opponent's draw phase, we activate Blade Blaster. It has to be during the draw phase, because then we can bring it back on the standby. Draw phase, banish the Striker in the yard, and itself. Let's see if they have anything. We have the counter trap too, so... Alright, now... F... for the Striker. We don't need to do that. Stand by. You come back. Oh my god, we're gonna do it. Oh yeah, we don't need Elf for the lock, because we summon Striker back this way. That's right. Alright, now during the main phase, we can summon Crimson Dragon, and then... Yeah, we do this. And then... We have to make sure to do it on a separate chain link, which it's gonna be because our opponent hasn't activated a card. No, we don't need to do that. Alright, let's... Crimson Dragon. No chain. Summon Calamity. I remembered! Look, I did it off memory. I didn't think I was gonna do that. I thought I was gonna have to look that up at some point. F. Whee! Alright. Now everyone laugh at our opponent who can't play cards. Ah, you can't play cards! Oh, that's good. Let them be toxic. I did it. I did it all myself. Oops. Beep. Why is the Calamity lock allowed? That's a good question. I think the reason Calamity hasn't been banned on regular ranked ladder yet is because Centurion hasn't come out yet. They're gonna give us like a month or two with Centurion, then they're gonna ban Calamity. Is probably how it's gonna happen. Whee! Let me fix my untapped here for a sec. Go back into the, we also need to actually put in the, hang on. We reload that. And, okay. We also need to put in, like, another extra deck card. I feel like any Synchro monster at this point. Another 10, just like Shengying, sure, why not? Banless is selling stuff, it's why my birds are hit. I mean, exactly, yeah, it's like a business thing, right? Film Maxi Virtual World has a great time summoning Calamity. I think it's more than Maxi that holds it back. We're actually talking about this earlier. I don't like Maxi doesn't hold back really any. Like that's the thing that I find interesting. I find it interesting when people say, "Oh, this deck isn't good because of Maxi," because it's like, well, don't we all know that Maxi doesn't like keep combo decks in check? It's been the case with Halcyon, Dragon Link, Tearlament, and even Snake Eye right now, right? These are 4 decks are all like horribly weak against Maxi, and we're also undisputedly the best decks in the meta for a certain period of time. So I think it's a little bit nuanced though, right? I think Maxi can be a deterrent, but I don't think Maxi is ever the sole reason a deck isn't as good as it could be in Master Duel. Master Duel, Maxi doesn't stop anything, so it's fine to keep. That's good. Alright, so we're just going to do the same line as last time. We're going to get a Booster Raptor and a Rocket Salamander. Die to Ash, let's fucking go! They didn't have it, so we're good. Alright, let's summon... Ah, yeah, cool. Didn't add a 15th card? We did. We added Shengyang. I believe I hit save. Let me make sure I hit save. Beep. Edit. Big Chungus. Yep, right there. See, 100% punishes combo. The problem is the non-combo decks are usually not strong enough to take advantage of that. It could be a power level issue. Excuse me. It could be a power level issue. I think that, one thing I think Maxi doesn't really affect quite... Okay, well this hand doesn't do anything. This is kind of what I was worried about, actually, when we were talking about not having, or I guess when I was talking about not having enough engine before. His hand's like this. I don't know, it doesn't feel... I don't know how much... I was actually thinking about this earlier today, because, like, there are a lot of people saying that, like, oh, if Maxi wasn't legal, you wouldn't play Ash Blossom this format because of Hita. And I think that's, like, pretty true of some decks. But I think in Best of One in general, like, I was thinking about, like, okay, what if Maxi got banned but nothing else got changed? Like, I'm not gonna lie, in Snake Eye and probably a lot of decks, I'd probably still roll up with 3 Ash Blossom. Maybe not in this meta, maybe not with every deck, but I think generally speaking, you still play Ash because it's just good against so many decks. If Call By's still at 2, like again, if literally nothing is changing, then like you always still play double Call By because I think that card is ridiculous. So like, I don't know, it's like how much does Maxi actually affect deck building in Best of One in that regard? It's just a fun thought experiment. Oh yeah, if Maxi got banned, you would need to put Call By to 1 or 0 for sure. Like if Maxi got banned, I think you could definitely ban Call By for sure. But have you read Misk? Problems how versatile Ash is when you have slots, it's so playable. Yeah, it's like, you know, because people say like, oh, you know, there are metas where it's not even good to play Ash. I'm thinking about like in Master Duel specifically. I think Tier Limit is the only meta where if Maxi weren't in the game, I would consider not playing Ash Blossom. Also, is our opponent gonna like make a move? That'd be nice. Squash the bug, kill call, cross out to 3. You would probably need to semi-gamma, or maybe limit it, potentially like it is in the TCG. I could see that, maybe, if Maxi, because I think otherwise a lot of decks just start jamming 3 gamma. I mean, that's kind of what it comes down to a lot of the time, right? This says I can't respond with monster effects, but your opponent's activated card effects, okay. Don't play Ash in branded deck. Yeah, I mean there are certain decks where you don't play Ash Blossom, but when it comes to are there metas where you don't play Ash Blossom, I don't think there are that many. I think in this meta, again, assuming Maxi is banned and nothing else, in this meta, lots of decks probably don't play Ash Blossom, but I think the only other time where that's been true is Tier Limit. I think every other meta we've had in Master Duel, you would just jam 3 Ash Blossom even if Maxi was banned. And again, Call By you would always play if it's still at 2 because the card is just broken. I don't understand being worried about getting one-of'd. If it happens, it happens. I totally agree with that. When people are like, no, don't limit it, that makes it feel worse because then it's Sackier. I have no idea what people are talking about. That makes literally 0 sense to me. Like, I guess I understand the concept of like, oh, because you luck sacked it, but like that's gonna happen not as often because it's at 1, not 3. I don't really understand that logic. I mean, again, I do, but I guess I don't, like, follow it. Tier Meta thought about removing Ash for decks. Yeah, there was a lot of instances where it wasn't right to play Ash again in Tier Meta. Okay, so our opponent did nothing. They opened, like, a combo. Like, I mean, they didn't. I don't know much about dinos, but I feel like if you have Misk, surely you have... Well, I guess I Ashed it, to be fair, but... speaking of plays, things we don't have. It's not good. Would love for the bug to be at 1 if they don't ban it. I mean, yeah, like... That would be fine, because then you would see it less often. Cole does it 1 in TCG and doesn't even play that often. I wondered about that. Is it like a sideboard card? Does that even get sideboarded? Sometimes I hesitate to like speak, I guess, too much about stuff like that because another Misk. I'm just gonna go to the next game. Yeah, I'll just go to the next game. Because I don't play the TCG, so I don't have that experience, right? Of that side of it. And I'm on a level with you. I have, like, no desire to play the TCG ban list. Especially after this latest one, but even beforehand. I've sideboarded it before. I think it depends on the deck. I could see that. Only really matters when you don't want to lose, like, Joel or something. Baron hit his base. I completely disagree. I think it's an awful hit. I think after the latest TCG ban list, I think that, in my opinion, this is just my personal opinion, even with Maxi legal, oh my god, we didn't get a monster for 1/1. Even with Maxi legal, the Master Duel ban list is just better than the TCG list. Like, having Maxi sucks, but the other things that the TCG has going on are worse than Maxi being legal, IMO, in my personal opinion. I know a lot of people will disagree with that, but that's okay. That's why we have opinions. We are allowed to disagree, and it is, in fact, even good to do so. They're not going to make better cards for weaker archetypes? Exactly. Like, everyone is like, oh... Like, that's one of my big issues with that argument, is like... Everyone's like, oh, archetypes just make Baron because, like, Baron's just better than everything else. Like, I think it's less an issue of Baron being too good and everything else being too shit. It's also not even true a lot of the time. There are a lot of, like, really good in-archetype synchros that I think you would still make even if you weren't locked. My big example is always, like, Blackwing and Monodium, right? Blackwing, even if you don't get archetype locked, I think it's probably just better to make the 3 Assault Dragons, right? Than, and try to end on, like, Baron plus, I don't know, like, Dissipator or something. But, Monodium... Why would you ever make Prime Heart? That card is garbage. Like, the in-archetype option is just not worth going for. And I don't think in either of those cases, like, Baron is the determining factor of whether you play archetype or not. TCG is no fun format. I 100% agree. Also, like, I really don't like... The thing I don't like about the negates being hit as well is that it makes pile decks weaker. Like, pile decks needed negates to even be, like, considered viable. Like, what is a pile deck going to end on now? Like, DPE plus Shenging? That's not good enough in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Someone doesn't respect the special defensive ability. Oh, bad! You did have a replay. I'm sorry, I didn't notice that. I've been, like, so locked into the games, because TGs. But yeah, we'll definitely watch that after this. I'm sorry if I didn't notice that, but yes. I'm doing well. I hope you are, too. You'll have to forgive me, I'm still kind of getting into the swing of things again. But yeah, no, it's like... I think a lot of people are just, like, scarred from Halki Fibrax. Because, like, I see TCG players saying, like, well, now that the negates are banned, maybe Auroradon could come back. And it's like, look at Master Duel. Auroradon has been, and Tomahawk have been legal with these negates the whole time, and they do nothing. They're completely fine. They're 100% okay. Because that line gets stopped by, like, literally every hand trap and board breaker. Like, just one of it, too. Like, you get hit with one Veiler, and you don't get to do your combo. Also, you know, having that board of negates is not a guaranteed win. I've had situations where I play Auroradon decks, and I had a game, I always think about this game, where I played an Auroradon deck, did my full combo, My opponent's Sprite deck managed to put up IP, an Avermax made with IP, and then I realized, oh, my deck actually has no out to this. I have no ability to counter it. So, like, I don't know, people who are like, Auroradon can just shit out a bunch of negates, it's unstoppable. It's really disingenuous, because it's just not true. Again, I remember, too, when Halky Firefox got banned. People were like, no, it's not enough to ban Hulk, you have to ban Auroradon, too. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's completely fine. I love that you're live. Thank you. I love that you're all here with me live. And whenever, the other thing too is like, this is the exact same thing people say when I bring up the Arise Heart argument too. In both responses, people are like, oh, so you're saying just draw the out? And it's like, no, okay, let's have an actual discussion instead of just regurgitating this one line you've heard a million times. Because I'm not saying draw one specific out. I'm saying there are so many ways to out these cards that like, you won't realistically have issues with them most of the time. People still want Vert banned. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything problematic. I don't understand. You even have, in the TCG, you even have Dragoon legal and Vert is fine. It's like, I don't get it. I swear a lot of players are just like, this card was broken once before, so it never needs to see the light of day ever again! And I'm just like, okay, like, that's not true, but sure. I like that we have Elf. I do too. Look at Elf. Elf does not do anything problematic. I don't think it... Well, we'll see when SP Little Knight comes out. I suspect it won't do, like, too much more than, like, SP Little Knight would already do. X Pearly Happiness. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it's wild to me that in the TCG, not only is Auroradon banned, but Tomahawk too. I think that's a joke. Like, what are you actually gonna do with Tomahawk without Auroradon? It's just wild to me. It's just wild. LP does more for SP than Elf will ever do. What is LP? Life points? Elf and Little... I was like, what is my opponent doing? I was like, I feel like if I let this go, I'm going to live through this turn. And not only did we live through the turn, we just like... Okay. Oh, IP. I see. Gotcha. IP does more for SP than Elf will ever do. Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Like, okay, so this is me genuinely asking, as somebody who's not played with SP Little Knight, what is the interaction with Elf that makes that so scary with Little Knight? That's not me, like, challenge. I genuinely don't know, because I've never played with it. Also, Bad, we're gonna watch your, replay here. I'm just gonna grab these gems real fast. So many people were like, is Denglong? Denglong is legal? And I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't it be? Exactly. It's fine. Oh yeah, Denglong is banned, too. That's wild. TCG list is insane. It's garbage. Like, I'll say it. It's ass. Let's see. What's your, do I have you added? What's your, I don't see your ID here. What's your ID, Bad? Unless I have you already. Nah. Then one was at 1. At 1? What? That's so pointless. Bad, if you're still here, I do need your ID to be able to watch your replay. Otherwise, we may... Because I don't see... Yeah, because I didn't see it in the message here. Hello? Are you still here? Alright, there we go. Okay, I see it. Okay. 5... oh yeah, because I used the number pad, my face changed. Okay, 359... 484. No, that's a 9, not a 4. I typed that in all wrong. Holy shit. Okay. 045, right? Yeah. 359. 44. Beep. All right. Let's check out this replay here. Denglong is fine. It's 1 in the TCG and 3 in the... Yeah. Why would it ever be at 1? That's like the most pointless hit ever. Hoping that targeting protection is the end all of card effects. It's like targeting protection is fine. Ooh, okay, so we got Chimera Branded versus Rescue Ace. Okay, opponent's going to lead with the Hydrant to add Turbulence. You subscribe for replay? Nope, it is a channel point redeem for the replays there. An emergency for the preventer, right, because we already have the turbulence, that makes sense. Alright, pretty standard line from Rescue Ace that we got started here. Preventer plus turbulence into set 4. And let's see if they have anything else. Nope, that's it, okay. Yeah, it's like, it's so easy for them to like live in a world where we like 1-for-1 and then Snake Eye Ash and start doing plays too. So we're going to Super Poly right off the bat. This is very good because it's going to turn off all of their back rows, and now we also don't have to worry about Preventer disrupting us either. So we have relatively free reign. We do actually still have to worry about the Hydrant normally, but we have the Call By here. Ooh, but they have a Maxi in response to the Called By. Interesting. Okay, so I think this is overall still pretty good for us though. Like, they have 4 set cards. Well, to be fair, all they need to have is 1 more Rescue Ace monster next turn for their back row to be live again. Oh, or they could just, right, I always forget there's one that could just bring it back to the rescue. Okay, they're chaining Alert as well. I don't know, the step 4 is like a little scary, but really what it boils down to is you're going to have to deal with a negate. A really good negate and also a pop, and it's like, a negate and a pop is like, it's not that big of a deal for some decks, for most decks really. Okay, we're Chimera Fusion for the Gazelle and Baphomet into Chimera, the King of Phantom Beasts. Right, Gazelle and Baphomet Fs will proc here, as well as of course the Chimera to get the end phase discard, or send I think it is. I like how everything has to be a send now. Because Dark World exists. Nothing, no effects that quote-unquote discard your opponent's cards from hand actually do discarding anymore, which is kind of funny. The Cornfield Codal. Funny name, but it's a cool card. I like that the illusion cards are references to the custom cards you can make in Dark Duel stories. I thoroughly enjoy that game. I played a lot as a kid. Actually, I haven't played it like since I was a kid, so I don't know if it's still good or not, but I liked making custom cards in that game. I thought it was really cool that you could do that. And you could make some broken ones for the time, too. Like a level 4 with 1900 or 2000 attack, which, again, for the time was, like, insane. Have they made all of Yugi's monsters into archetypes now? Let's see. Kribo's an archetype, Gazelle, Baphomet's an archetype, Dark Magician's an archetype, Magnet Warrior's an archetype, Poker Knights are an archetype, Gaia and BLS are archetypes. There's another one. What's another one I'm forgetting? Oh, Celtic Guardian has like some support cards. It's not a full archetype. Electromagnetic Turtle doesn't have an archetype, I guess. They hit all the major ones, right? I'm not gonna lie, I kinda, I don't know. It doesn't really bother me too much, but I kinda don't like that, like, oh, every one of Yugi and Kaiba and Joey's monsters has their own individual archetype. I think that's a little weird. Oh, also, I failed to point this out earlier, but we're actually on the Nightmare Magician too, which I think is really cool. I like that they made just a good, solid, generic illusion monster. I think that was neat. I don't know, again, it doesn't like super annoy me, but it's like a little weird that like every one of them is like their own archetype. People love DM era, gotta cash in on that nostalgia, right? Yeah, what of Yugi's major monsters have actually not had an archetype? Summon Skull has its, well, yeah, Summon Skull kind of has its own archetype. Ooh, speaking of the Nightmare Magician, here it is. It's like, I don't think you can play a dedicated Summon Skull deck because they all do like random weird different things. Mammoth Graveyard does not have its own deck, to be fair. Alright, opponent's gonna, or no, we're dropping Aquarius. Yeah, they're on Rescue Ace stuff. Alright, they're gonna get to set 4 here. Or just the 1, actually. That's all they have left. Wow. Raigeki, they're actually on Raigeki. We're definitely gonna chain the Quiritis here to get the attack drop, but moreover, we're gonna get a lot of really good effects that resolve here. We get to summon off of, we get to draw off that, we get to summon off that, and, oh, is that it? I think that's actually it, yeah. There's their whole arc. Yep, the Little Yugi's deck is its own archetype now. as well. Actual Summon Skull archetype. I think Summon Skull has the Red Eyes problem, but even worse. Like, way worse, actually. Like, I was gonna say, yeah, a Summon Skull deck would be cool, and then I thought about it, and I'm like, what would a Summon Skull deck, like, even do? Like, how do you possibly bridge all those cards together? Yeah, that's right, the End of Anubis is here as well. Essentially being Necro Valley on legs. I've texted this card before in tier limit format, because in Sprite you can go for Mannequin Cat, and then summon End of Anubis off of your opponent summoning a Dark Monster, which is pretty neat. You summon skulls. Can't argue with that. You need to fuse with their Link Rebo in order to make the Mirror Jade. Also, I see a replay redeem from Pickle Placebo, so we'll go ahead and check that out after this one. Right, Mirror Jade is going to banish the Fire Engine there. We got the Gazelle coming down for another Chimera Fusion. Not that we even really need it. Just going to go into battle phase and smack him down for lethal there. Hello, Hex. What are the plans for today? So we're watching some replays right now. We were playing a little bit of TG in the event, so after we watch Pickled Placebo's replay, we're going to go ahead and hop right back into the Duel Triangle event. Placebo, do I have you added? I'm trying to think. Oh, I should have. Oh, yeah, here you are. I should have added. You know what? I used to submit replays a fair bit. Let me, just to make this easier in the future, let me go ahead and add you real quick. 359 484. Could I have clicked that little handshake thing? I don't know what that is. I'll just click follow. But there we go. Now we have that for the future. And then Placebo. I saw you here. Here you are. Profile. Oh, and yes, thank you for the hydration. Alright, which one are we watching? What do we got? Quick fun, show you despairing reward is not that terribly uncommon. Which one are we looking at here? Top one. Okay, got it. Let us see. 6 URs from Unchained and 3 from Rescue Ace. I think that's Rescue Ace. If you're torn on which to build, I think Rescue Ace is definitely the better of the two decks. But Unchained is also definitely not bad. Alright, so we are also unbranded here with Pickle Placebo. Going to start off with the deployment for Albaz. We are already holding the Cartesia and Aliber, so I guess there's not much else, mainly the Cartesia, that we would need to deployment for. Cartesia gets to fuse with the Despian Tragedy in hand, and then we will resolve our Aliber. We're going to throw down the Tax Dragon. That's right, because we're in the Dual Triangle event. And I remember you were saying earlier, Placebo, that you're going for triple Tax Dragon. Yeah, branded Unchained, or I mean branded Chimera is definitely a lot of URs. Yeah, the Chimera stuff had a lot. Wasn't the Chimera deck all URs and SRs? I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, Albion going to summon out our Lubellion here. Lubellion F, we're going to pitch the, what's that card called again? Something, oh my god, it's been so long since I played branded. Dramaturge, that's what it is. Decided to go with Briskity instead of the third Tax Dragon. I can see that. Yeah, it makes sense. We have the Mirror Jade on top of that, too. That's awesome. It's all URs and SRs. That's wild. I will say, I have noticed that the general number of URs has been increasing over time. It's not the best. Not the best. Oh, I have the Mercurier, too. It's so good. So disappointed with Chimera. Tried so many lists that never felt great to play. I was a little, that's why I didn't invest in it. I was a little worried that was going to be the case. It looks cool. Like, it's in terms of art and, like, what the cards do. We're against the Dragon, or the RDA deck here. I wonder if they're on the Loner. I've heard a lot of people say the Loner is actually, like, not that bad for the Red Dragon deck. But, I mean, again, Chimera, in terms of with art and what the cards do, looks very cool. But, unfortunately, yeah, it's just not that powerful, especially in this meta. Too much just play worse guarding Chimera Turbo. I've also heard that if your opponent Ash Blossoms your Mirror Sword Knight, or yeah, Mirror Sword Knight, you just like lose. Like you have like no follow-up after that, which is also definitely a big oof. Chimera and Unchained are like only like 9 URs each, but it's still crazy amount of resources compared to how fast we get them. Yeah, I mean, especially with the double pack release this month, which I was thinking about this too. I think I know the actual reason why we got 2 packs in the same month. Like, I think it was partially to push out Bonfire, right, and get it out earlier and get people on Snake Eye. But I think it's because we all skipped the pack that had, like, yeah, Vision Resonator and, like, the Red Dragon stuff. I think so few people bought that pack that shareholders were upset and were like, you gotta make up for this. Like, nobody spent gems this, or, like, nobody spent money on gems this month. I think that's it, honestly. Like, I don't even think that's a conspiracy. I think that's just, like, what it was. Oh my god, they were only at 800, and they just decided to, ram into us there. Yeah, that was, I mean, with the Tax Dragons, like, there's only so much you can do, and, like, literally only so much you can do, and doubly so with the double Taxman. Taxman coming for your life points. Thank you to Pickle Placebo very much for that replay there. Do you see the tryout duel? It doesn't say what pack you get for free all others have. That's weird. I didn't see the tryout duel. I don't know. I'm not particularly interested in it, honestly. The skill drain of it, it's like, I don't know. It's funny because I was saying on, like, my YouTube video about the Dual Triangle event that I want more events that challenge you to deck build. And while I do think the Duel Trials do that, I don't think it's in the most interesting way. The skill drain one is, like, kind of interesting, I guess, but, like, for example, the one with Nib, and where it adds Nib to your hand, it's like, how is that fun? I don't understand how that's a fun challenge, but maybe that's just me. It shows the illusion pack, that's what makes you think there's a pack in the next few days. They very well could be. I mean, at this point, there's not much of a precedent anymore, right? There used to be, you could use to be able to expect to see, you know, a pack around the same time each month. But that's definitely, again, not the case anymore. Okay, so they're on Exo, normal Ellis, normal Sagitama. That's fine. We'll droll after they add. Definitely want to droll after they add if they're going to go for Caspitel first. Skill drain event will be Labyrinth Turbo. I could see that. Weather Painter's a funny deck. I've seen some people be like, oh, you can just main... Ooh, okay, they have the call by here. I've seen some people be like, oh, you can just main 3 Magic Planter and play a combo deck anyway. But I'm like, what if you don't open your Magic Planter? Then you just kind of lose. But I guess to be fair, it's just a dual trial, so you can just go to the next game, right? The other thing about the dual trial is, like, 3 wins for 1 pack is, like, that's such a huge time investment. I'll just do this now, yep. That's such a huge time investment for such a little reward, honestly. Like, I just... From a pure time standpoint, I don't think dual trials, period, tend to be worth it. Sometimes they're just fun formats. The Go format was actually cool. It was cool to play in that meta for a little bit, but I think the 2004 ban list should have been a full festival. I think everyone agrees with that, too. That should have been more than just a dual trial. Alright, so we have all of our main missions, but what about... how many games has that been? How many wins has that been? It's been 4, 8, 4 and 8, and those are our last dual triangle missions. Okay. We might actually have, we're probably gonna have some time to swap back over to Link, or over in general, not back, because we haven't done it yet in the stream, but might do some ranked ladder after this if we get our missions done in a good amount of time. It's worth it for no consequence dailies. Oh, I didn't know you could do dailies in dual trial. That does make it more worth it. Yeah, for sure. 30-second one was fun. That one was kind of neat. I played that one a little bit. I didn't play the 2024 life point one. That's another really boring one to me. Because it's like, don't you just always bring burn? And the answer is yes. Ooh, this is a good hand. Played pure advantage in the GOAT event. I played a deck I haven't played in a long time, which was Gearfried Control. See, I'm enough of a Yugi boomer that I played back. Well, obviously the Japanese card pool, and I think the ban list wasn't different, but the card pool was way different because of just the way that or just what was out at the time, right? So But anyway, I played back in 2005. I played, or I didn't play it. Well, I did play it, but there was a Gearfried the Iron Knight deck that got top 8, I think, in a Shonen Jump. I wasn't the one who got top 8 with it, but after it topped, I played with it a little bit. So we played that. That's like Gearfried the Iron Knight with Smoke Grenade of the Thief and Blast with Chain. I saw an opportunity to use my 2 Royal Smoke Grenades, so it's like I had to, right? Willing to go format with pure advantage camo. What's up, Examine? Instead of the 4 of my lifetime missions this month, I haven't been brave enough to tackle the Gemini summon. I haven't tried for lifetime missions yet. I mean, I've done a few of them just by, you know, happenstance, but... Y'all youngins don't understand. Back in our day, we opened packs of Legend of Blue Eyes and Duel with Skull Redbird. I'm pretty sure I had Skull Redbird in my deck at some point. That's the one with like 16 auto attack, I think. I can see the art in my head. I will say, there was something very special about old Yu-Gi-Oh! Art. I remember looking at the cards as a kid. Just like, I'd spend my free time often like just looking at the art and being like, this looks fucking cool. I was listening earlier, and it's funny that you say without Maxi IDK if I play Ash, because I did cut it for Sunday. What's up, Oni? Yeah, there's definitely like a lot of reason to cut Ash in this format. Not even just because it's not good, but just because of like Hita into Snake Eye plays being a thing. Also, Oni, everyone, Oni is... What did you end up finishing in the Challenger Cup? Because I know you made top cut. Oni got... And Rizu as well. Rizu got top cut as well in the... Rizu, you topped the last one, right? I think? As well as Oni? You got top 16? Hell yeah. Or did you top one before that, Rizu? I'm trying to remember. You topped the last one as well. Hell yeah. So we got some Challenger Cup top cut finishers in chat. Swiss Merchant with 7-0 in the top 3202. No, not like that. Okay, do we actually have plays here? So we can destroy a TG in our hand. We get the extra normal. So if I pop the Booster Raptor and then add the Rocket Salamander. Oh, but they have the Dolka. Oh, but you know what? I can. Okay, you know, let's just play some cards real quick and let's just like see what happens, right? Swiss Merchant. I like that. That's funny. That yeah, I mean, I really wanted to clear top 4 at least one of the times I made it. I definitely need to work on my best of 3 play for sure. Like, it's so clear I'm like so used to Master Duel that, you know, when it comes to like side decking or I guess having the pre-built side deck. You know what? I could Screw Serpent. Yeah. Let's get Screw Serpent and then we can get back Booster Eagle and then we'll try for that one. Wish I could have entered into the last few ones or opened a kit. Yeah, that was a shame. Also, rip Mexican players, too. Like, it should have just been NA. Like, I don't know why it wasn't NA. Because no one from Mexico got to participate, which is definitely a shame. And then, yeah, Canada... Well, Quebec couldn't participate at all, either. And then Canada, in general, didn't even get into the last one, so... Then I was busy with paper play. Yeah, well, yeah, because then that last weekend... Well, I guess I don't know if you're at YCS Rally. I guess you're in Canada, so well, you could have traveled. I don't know. I don't know your life, but yeah, just in general. What am I gonna do here? Am I gonna draw 2? I think I'm actually gonna draw 2 here. Although I don't see myself winning this duel under this Dolka, because like I could have stolen the. Oh yeah, no, we're just lose here. Cut Ash because of Hita, and then I cut all the callbys and cross-ups. They just don't do enough without Max C mattering. That's right, because you were on Dreaming Nimlaria, which is very, very cool. Very, very cool. I feel like whenever I see someone online being like, you know, oh, my pet deck will never do well in this meta, I just want to like point to Oni, who very consistently does well with Dreaming Nimlaria, including now in Snake Eye meta. Alright. This hand's great. We haven't wanted, so that's going to be a full combo by itself. It's clearly a skill. I mean, you know, obviously it's going to be more difficult to do well with, you know, a kind of pet deck like that, but to say it's impossible, I think, yes, is a skill issue. If you genuinely believe it's just not possible, then you need to, like, you know, open up that mind of yours a little bit, you know? Fucking love that line from Hot Rod. Literally, I lost to RDA Lab. Yeah, I mean, like, RDA Lab, it's not a deck that I even knew was, like, existed. I mean, I guess it makes sense, like, the fiends and stuff, but... Oh, yeah, no, yeah, you mean with, like, Soul Resonator and yep, I know that deck. But, yeah, I mean, there are so many things you can do well with, that, yeah, to say that it's impossible, it's just not true. We play 2 all clear, so I think I'm actually gonna get rid of all clear here. Well, no, I'm gonna get rid of Screw Serpent, actually. I changed my mind. Got 3rd TCG last turn, I went 2 with tier. Hell yeah, congrats. That's awesome. I was in Mexico, but I do have a PO box in the US. I was able to join, but Life said no. Oh, and then, like, yeah, Life got you. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Life said no, you got in the way. I see. Well, there's always the next season as well. Hopefully that'll be not too soon, because I want to give my brain a break, but at some point in the future. But yeah, I haven't normal summoned, right? Yeah, okay. My opponent's probably like, no, not here too! Not here too! Stop it, Valor! I mean, this is the right place still. But yeah, like, I didn't seem to be talking about, like, players from Mexico. Like, definitely also got the shaft there as well as Canadian players. I have a normal summoned, right? Okay, if I have a normal summoned, I should definitely do the wanted now. Ooh, okay. Do I draw or do I rip? Gamba! We simply draw the Rocket Salamander. No, we didn't draw the Rocket Salamander. Well, you control a machine TG monster. Well, we have all clear, so that won't be difficult. It's too bad. This only pops a TG to search a TG? Well, okay, you know what? No, this is fine. Here, I'll do it like this. I have an idea. It's actually even a good one, too. Alright, we're going to activate all clear F to destroy the Screw Serpent in hand. To add, because we still haven't normaled, we can add the Rocket Salamander. Now I can normal summon Salamander, and I'm going to activate the... Wait, no, I can just do my full line here, right? No, because I've already used the all-clear effect. Right, so I won't be able to do the full line. Okay, let's do this first. Let me bring back the Screw Serpent. Alright, now we can activate the other Rocket Salamander effect, because this card is insanely good, to get the Tank Grub from our deck. And... Oh, yeah. Oh my god, wait a second. Yeah, because we can do... Okay. Check this out. Alright, we can do Tank Grub plus Ash for Mighty Striker. That'll give us a token, as well as a search off the Mighty Striker. Let's chain block that. Alright, we'll get our token. We can still make Dragonar, put it in the EMZ, and then we'll have 1, 2, 3 to summon exactly. Oh, love it when a plan comes together. I'll add a Limber removal, but I don't think I'm actually going to end up using it, because all we can really get is Booster Raptor, which I don't think does like too much for us here. Okay, so let's make the Dragonar. And again, we're going to put it in the EMZ. Actually, I don't think we need to, because we only have 3 TGs in the yard, so... oh no, we do have 4. Oh my god, we do have 4. That's right, the first Screw Serpent. I forgot about it. Oh my god. Yes, I love it when a plan comes together. See, and this started with me being like, I don't think I have plays here. You know, 2 minutes later. Okay. So, let's definitely... We'll make 2 5s. Let's make the Librarian first, of course, so we can get some draws in. God, I fucking love this deck so much. TG is such a cool deck. Wow, Hexlex likes the deck that Synchro summons a lot. Whoa! Alright, now let's make Star Guardian. One wanted draw later. Yeah, that's really what it was, wasn't it? Alright, and then... Oh, did we use Screw Serpent's first effect yet? And we sure haven't. Oh my god. This is going to be a full combo. This is just a full combo, I think, at this point, right? Yeah, this is a full combo. Holy shit. Alright, let's go... Start Guardian F, yep. And normal, or sorry, special summon the Screw Serpent. And Screw Serpent F to bring back... This is probably why I wasn't having fun, because I was playing Pearly and trying to do it fast instead of playing TG and being cool. But I kind of wanted to save TG for the stream as well, because I knew I'd have more fun playing it. Alright, draw, and then we make the Glaive Blaster with you, and you. Reminds me of that one Hearthstone card. It's like, I want you, and you, and you. I draw off the Hyper Librarian, and... Yeah, we don't need to do that, that's fine. Because we have the close in hand, right? Yep, okay. Let's turn this to auto, and let's go into Blade Blaster. No, not cancel. Alright, Blade Blaster there. Glaive Blaster. Oh, wait, we don't actually need to do that because all that sets up is the close, and we already have that in hand. So we actually don't need to banish Blade Blaster with Glaive Blaster. Yeah, we can just do it this way. Let's set this and just give them a little more fear. Let's really put the fear of God in this person. Okay. Now, draw phase, and thank God we have our things set to automatically toggle back to on. We're going to activate Blade Blaster and banish the Mighty Striker in the graveyard. I can't believe that one wanted draw was a full combo. That's ridiculous. Blade Blaster effect is activated. No, we don't need to do this. Now we activate Glaive Blaster's effect and bring back the Mighty Striker. Okay, they have Imperm, but we have the Counter Trap. Cool, alright. I know that they were going to play anything anyway. Red Reboot, maybe. But... Alright, Mighty Striker. And then standby phase, we'll get back Blade Blaster. There's still a chance they could do something, maybe. We'll see. I don't like that I had to use close already, but we'll figure it out. Cool. Oh, come on. At least let me summon the Calamity. Oh, that's good. Also, I haven't talked about... They knew. They knew what was coming. They knew. I haven't talked about the Pearly mate. Alright, y'all. Don't tell Sprite Blue, but I think I have a new favorite mate. I seriously think I have a new favorite mate. It's funny, because I think earlier I was, like, playing with Pearly with the mouse cursor earlier, but I didn't even talk about it. I did that a lot during the Challenger Cups during my opponent... Well, not a lot, but... Sometimes during my opponent's run on the Challenger Cups, I'd play with Pearly a little bit. I just think this is, like, the best looking mate that we've had so far. It just looks so clean. Oh, this is a full combo. Let's put this on auto. So good. My favorite animation is actually this one right here. I love that you can hear the little pitter-patter of her footsteps as she turns back around. It's so good. I love Pearly. Ah, such a good mate. Okay, so we are adding... We actually already have Booster Raptor, so like all I really need is Rocket Salamander, but I'll get the other Booster Raptor as well. Cell shading was such a nice touch. It really was. This is the cleanest looking mate that we've had so far. It just looks so good. I caught Hex cheating live. I told you, don't tell Sprite Blue. We did that mates tier list a couple of months ago. I think Pearly would probably be at the top for me right now. Hello, Yoshi. Would you like to play a card? Do you have something to say? Alright, let's summon the Booster Raptor. And we Rocket Salamander for the Tank Grub, sacking itself. If Pearly breakdance, it'd be 100% better. It's so true. So true. So true. I like Pearly and Sprite Blue. I think, you know what, the real answer is that I like them both for different reasons. You know, they satisfy different parts of my brain. New mate, the cooler Pearly. Pearly and cool Pearly. It's just Pearlily. I was thinking about this. I wonder if we'll get a Rescue Ace Hydrant mate. I think that would be a good one. Okay, and then we add All Clear. Yes, we add All Clear. Yep. The Unchained mate also looks very good. I agree. The Unchained mate is very, very good. A-Bomb is definitely up there. I'm very sure I put A-Bomb in S tier on my mates tier list. It's a very good one. All right, let's activate All Clear. What do you have? What do you have, opponent? What are you hiding? Alright, All Clear. F. Destroy. And add. He just powers up. Yeah, it goes like Super Saiyan. It's really cool. It's got like the aura around it. Oh wait, we sent close. I remember the first stream I used the Unchained Mate. Someone said in the chat, like, put a leash on that thing, and it's like, I can't. I literally can't. It's in the name. It's good. Good times. Alright, just get back to Rocket Salamander. I like the boards. I think they look good. I only ever use this one anymore. I should switch it up more often. But I like this one so much. I love the Ghost Trick board. I love the colors. I think that's my... Well, and also the aesthetic, of course, too. It was a nib. I wonder if that was going to happen at some point. They also nibbed at the wrong point. They should have waited for me to over Dragonar. I guess they didn't want my token to have big stats, maybe. But I think you should still definitely wait for over Dragonar. Which is coming right now. Very important when you're making over Dragonar to not only put it in the EMZ, but don't use the token. Do not use the token. Because you need to have all 4 in the graveyard to be able to, you know, get the maximum value out of it. Like, if you use the token, you'll end up in between. No! They had the imperm for the Dragonar. That's why they didn't... That's why they used Nib earlier. Okay. That's a little bit of a problem. In fact, that's a pretty big problem. In fact, I just have to end my turn now. Alright. Yeah, this is the choke point. If you're playing against TGs, this is the choke point right here. Currently doing Xyz Snake Eyes in the dual triangle. That's kind of cool, actually. Madolche board, best board still. Madolche is a very good board. Pearly, I'm going to let go. I'm not going to Ash Blossom it. Oh, speaking of Snake Eye, I saw that bonfire. I see that bonfire. Adding my friend Pearly. She's so fucking cute. My friend Pearly isn't she a beaut? Yeah. Alright, let's get that. We are no longer TG all clear. My favorite part of this animation is just the footsteps. It's so good, it's so cute. Alright, let's see if they have any more plays. Yeah, I pretty much never negate this normal summon effect. Oh, it tells you the legality in the other events, too. That's kind of cool. I think that's what that is. Or wait. No, what is... Oh, is this legality in the event and in the ranked ladder? I don't know, that's interesting. I generally don't negate the Pearly Excavate, though, because it's like, they could just whiff, and then it's kind of like it got negated anyway, so... I feel like if my opponent summoned a monster that said, like, this effect has a 66% chance to get negated, I would, like, never imperm it. Or I guess, I don't know, it would be lower than that, but you know what I mean. It literally looks like one of the Power World pals. It's almost like they're both knockoffs of something. I mean, it's not a knockoff. Pearly is a legally distinct, cute mammal with many forms. It's very different than other things that may seem similar, but I assure you, it's legally distinct. said the Konami exec. And so is Power World, yeah. I don't know, it's funny, I have like no interest in Power World, but it's not even so much a, yeah, I want, oh, they have a world down there too, hell yeah. It's not even so much of a, well, I mean, I don't know, I'm kind of not super on board with the way they definitely just ripped off Pokemon, but like, it's not even that as much as like, go figure, I don't think Pokemon with guns is particularly compelling. I don't feel like that's what the game needed. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm good, thank you. Like, it just, you know what I mean? It's more like a reverse. Pikachu started really fat and Pearly gets really fat. That's good. That's good. Let's see. That's a very premature victory, although we did get the triple attack here, which is pretty nice. Oh, interesting. They're going to use this now to stop my all clear. Okay. That's a terrible description of the game, really, but I get you. I mean, I'm not saying that's all the game is, but like, you know, again, I don't find that as a concept like particularly compelling. Ambitious cards from your graveyard, target a TG monster graveyard, shuffle into the deck of control. Machine TG, you can add it to your hand instead. Alright, so we're definitely gonna have to draw two? Are we drawing two here? I think we have to, right? Because we don't have a way, this isn't sack a monster, no. Alright, let's just draw two. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna play through this Zeus, but... Ooh, we might actually. Holy shit. Those were really good draws. That was actually kind of insane. Okay. Oh, Subversion would be good in this deck. Because we have DML. Well, wouldn't really do that often. I see glowy button, I click. I can't fault you for that. I think we might actually play through this. Oh my god. Let's do this. Have we normaled yet? No, we haven't. Beautiful. It's special summon Snake Eye Ash. I maybe should have done Rocket Salamander there if I want them to actually use the Zeus, right? Because I'm kind of in an awkward situation where I'm about to summon this Rocket Salamander and then it's gonna get blown up. Although, let's get the wanted draw first. Oh my god. Oh my god! That's insane. That's actual insanity. Although, you know what? That's actually not that good. Because we don't have a third Rocket Salamander in the deck. Ooh. Okay. Let's do this anyway. I'm going to summon this, right? Nothing from the opponent. Okay. Wait! This will work because I have, what's it called? I have limited removal in the graveyard. Oh my god, this is actually gonna go off. Okay. Alright, I need to carefully consider what I'm gonna... Oh, no, I only have one option. Never mind. That's good. I have to carefully consider, and I only have one thing I can summon. Okay. I kind of don't want to activate this yet. That sounds really weird. What are the material requirements for Over Dragonar? Do I have to use TG non-tuners? No, it's generic. Perfect. Okay. I'm not going to activate this yet. There we go. Beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Okay, now... Limited removal F. Put back a Rocket Salamander. 1 for 1. Send. And summon. Oh, do they have something? Oh, but I don't control machine, TG. No. Oh, that's right. You need to control. That's why I couldn't do it earlier. You have to have a machine, TG. Well, all right. We don't actually come back here. Wait. No, that just level modulates. Ah, that was so close. That's so close, but no. Not quite. Didn't quite make it. I'm just going to concede. I'll just go on to the next one. Me went, ah! Really, though. Saw one of your old vids, you said Hero's your favorite deck of all time, and I never saw another profile. Yeah, it's like, it was on an alt account, and like, it's such a small thing, but I hate switching between accounts. It's like one of my biggest pet peeves ever. Hero, I call Hero my favorite deck of all time, because it was probably more accurate to say that Hero is my favorite deck from before I played Master Duel. And I had a hiatus from 2016 up until Master Duel came out, so... Like, from when I played the TCG, Hero is my favorite deck. But I've played many decks since then. Holy cow, this hand is all kinds of gas. Let's do this during the draw phase. Someone should have summoned Valor. The Ash Blossom on the Wanted is 100% fine. I do not need this Wanted to resolve to combo. Okay, so yeah, we start with... Oh my god, we have Tank... Wait, okay, if we have Tank Grub in hand... That's actually a little awkward, isn't it, that we have Tank Grub in hand? Because Rocket Salamander only summons from the deck? From your deck. Maybe I should have played a second Tank Grub. Alright, whatever. We'll just normal it. Because I need Tank Grub to be able to do plays. But I don't have a Rocket Salamander in rotation right now. Oh, but I can destroy the Rocket Salamander in my hand with all clear. No, I need to pop Mighty Striker with all clear. Ooh, I see a replay redeem from James. We'll go and take a look at that after this game. I haven't been enjoying my favorite deck the most recently either. Yeah, also, like, you know, favorites change and... Okay, let's activate all clear. Okay, so... Yeah, I have to pop Mighty Striker, don't I? Yeah. But then I won't have Rocket Salamander in rotation. Does Screw Serpent... Screw Serpent doesn't summon... I guess we'll find out. I don't think Screw Serpent can summon from hand. I think it's only graveyard? Let me see. From your graveyard, yeah. Okay. Well, hang on. We have Booster Raptor, but Booster Raptor doesn't have the follow-up effect that Rocket Salamander does. We're going to be one body short. We'll make it work. We'll figure it out. Okay, let's summon Screw Serpent. Okay. Bring back the wait, where does Over Dragonar summon from? If Over Dragonar can summon from hand. No! Why don't any of these say hand or graveyard or hand or deck? If even one of them did. Ah, that's fine. Well, we have Star Guardian, but then no, we'll just make Over Dragonar here. We'll figure it out. We will make it work. Dragonar, summon all four of these. Wait, okay. No, but I need Star Guardian to Screw Serpent. There's no way that's not a once per turn effect. You can at least do the following effects of yeah. I was gonna say, there's no way. Alright, let's just yeah, because see, normally you would make a 5 here, and then Rocket Salamander would bring back the Screw Serpent. So I think the first 5 that I have to make is Star Guardian to get back Screw Serpent. I think it is. I think it's just how I have to do it. Live opponent reaction. Listen, TG combos, they take a while either way, so... Yeah, doing this without Rocket Salamander is really awkward. Oh, and then you always special it. Oh, I haven't... Wait a second. Okay, so what if I summoned Rocket Salamander here? Oh, but then... The second effect also only summons from the graveyard, so I think I have to summon Screw Serpent. So I can make either a 10 or a 12. God, that's awkward. Okay. I guess we'll just make another Over Dragonar. Yeah, this is really awkward. We'll make a 12. We'll make the Blade Blaster. That's the better one. Crafted a Royal Preventer? Hell yeah, congrats. Me too. It's a very good looking Royal. Although, is there really a... I mean, maybe there is. Is there a bad looking Royal? Has anyone ever seen a card that was Royal and be like, that does not look very good? I'm trying to think if I have. Nothing immediately comes to mind. I'm sure there's at least one. Maybe just something about the art doesn't make it look good or something. Rate soft. Okay, so this banishes extra deck monsters, right? Yeah, okay. Hold on. Okay, Odie's might have something. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know. Have I ever seen a Royal Nib? I don't know if I have. Okay, they're adding a unicorn. Oh, they don't have Birth in hand, do they? Ugh, they do. Brutal. We'll just wait for them to summon a rank 7, I guess, and then start banishing. Oh, it's gonna be a little awkward. Oh my god, they're on Cash Zoo. Oh, that's a good Xyz deck. Oh, that's a really good Xyz deck. I should have tried that. Cash Zoo is an excellent deck, by the way. I think that is a criminally underrated deck. I don't know why nobody plays Zodiac cards. I think people were like, oh wait, it's not broken as it was? Okay, then it's trash. It's like, no, it's still very, very good. I remember when Barrage and Rapier, or not, that's not Barrage. I remember when Barrage and Rapier came back, there was like, oh, they can just battle with Fenrir. I'm just gonna concede here. We'll go into James's replay here. There was a lot of talk that like, oh, Konami's making a big mistake. Ooh, these cards can't come back. They're too good. It's like, they're fine. They're fine. I just played Armored Zoo because everything is limited to 1. Oh, is like all the Zodiac stuff limited in the events? Alright. Let's see here. 4, 8, 5, 3, 4, 8, 6, 4. Alright, and then versus Ikaro. So the Snake Eyes Xyz sounded neat. Yeah, I want to see what's going on with this. Let's see what we're doing here with the Snake Eyes Xyz. Lord of the Heavenly Prison is an ugly art. It's too busy and the world looks like shit. I understand that sentiment, but I don't agree. I think it looks I love Lord of the Heavenly Prison's art. I think it's phenomenal. I think it's great. I understand why people don't like it, though. Send you a screenshot of a Battle Royal. Let's see. Let me pause here. Oh, Gemini Elf? Yeah, I can see that being a not great Royal. It doesn't really do much for the actual picture, does it? Like, it doesn't look any different. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, they're gonna go with the Dramatic Snake Eye Chase. Placing that in the Spell Trap zone. Going for the Kiki Nagashi Fuko. This will definitely tank the opponent's turn, more likely than not, being unaffected by card effects altogether. End phase are going to get to Diabell for the Rakila. Okay. So you can kind of do Snake Eye in the event. See people who just don't like stuff on top of the art with the glossies and royals. That's also understandable. I know people who don't like glossies, like Rourke. Rourke hates glossies. She doesn't play glossies at all. It's either normal or royals. I get it. I understand it. I don't mind glossies, but I understand the unappeal? Disappeal? What's the word? Unappeal? Yeah, unappeal. Yeah, because unappealing, right? The Royal Caius is Colleen. Ooh, I bet. Alright. We're on Sword Soul, by the way. Very, very good pick for this event. This Imperm is 100% fine. Sure. I think I would have let the Imperm just get bounced to my hand rather than use it on that. I guess they're hedging, maybe, by setting up an Imperm column, but, like, I don't know. That was a weird Imperm. I think I would have just go back to my hand, honestly. Wait, we're only just now activating the Ricula? Why didn't we activate that when... Why didn't they activate that rather than when Longyon and the token were on the field? Wouldn't that have just answered the board? Shout out to Transmigration Break for being the most useless card with the best royal. Wow, what is the art on that one again? Let me see. Great, Transmigration. I remember Transmigration Prophecy. Oh, yeah. That is good art. Okay, Shathana and the token. Going from their 8. Why are they on Fuko anyway? Tenpai isn't out yet. Nagyoshi over why Fuko? Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. By interesting, I mean weird. They were missing some... I think this might have been someone who was kind of new. They were missing some key cards. Oh, I see. That would make sense. That would make sense. Yeah, I played against a Rescue Ace player yesterday who was, like, I think new to the deck. Because they overcooked their line pretty hard. Like, at one point, they had the 4 Spell and Trap set off of Turbulence, and then Hydrant and Preventer up. And I was like, oh shit, this is going to be actually pretty hard to play through. But then they linked the Preventer and Hydrant into Hita, and then stole my Ash, and then made a Princess. And I was, that Princess, and I was like, huh? And then they went into an Ambler Whale, and I was like, okay. That's way better than what I thought I was going to have to deal with. Alright, so it looks like they're going for an F0. Oh, they're using the actual F0 effect. That's cool. Oh my god, they took our monster. That's cool. You never see anybody do the actual F0 Utopic Drake. Oh, they're not even going for the Draco future. They're just going for the Zeus here. I'm on the Visas Husbando Royal Hopium. I'm hoping for you. I hope you get that Royal Husbando. Slacker just to make Utopic Future. That was wild. That was cool. Alright, we have the Heavenly Dragon Circle in response to the Zeus. Forcing off all the materials is really good here. Alright, going to end phase. Oh my god, we get the Ecclesia too. So good! Yeah, I mean, we just like combo out from here, right? Night, everyone. If a new pack comes out, I called it. If it doesn't, pretend I never said it. Take care, Marigold. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good one. Alright, we got the Chi-Shao. And the Moye draw, of course. Yeah, I mean, there's just like, they have nothing. They got nothing. Nothing at this point. Long on, pitch the Adhara. Gonna throw out the token, of course, and then sync off for... Let's see what 10 we make here. It's Shining, of course. Do we have enough banish to swing in? Oh, with the burn, there's no way we don't. Yeah, it's Jover. It's just Jover. Oh, they didn't have UDF. Interesting. Okay. Huh. I mean, that makes more sense why they... Well, it's funny, because even if they had UDF, I think the Utopic Future to steal your thing and do damage was definitely still right. And I could also see a world where even if you're on UDF, you just go into Zeus after that, right? It's funny, because even if they didn't own one, I think their line was actually not incorrect there. That's wild. Notice when the gem discount expires tomorrow, it's all adding up. But wouldn't they want the gem pack to still be discounted so people buy gems for a new pack? Anyway, let's go into the event again. There's not another replay, is there? Nope. Just want to make sure I didn't miss... Make sure I didn't miss one. It'll just refresh. That would be so scummy. Make people think it's gonna run out for the FOMO and then they just refresh it. That would be super scummy. It's expiring for a new one. They don't usually do that, do they? I thought there was usually some time between. I guess, I don't know. I don't buy gems super often. Also, cracked hand. But isn't there usually a decent period of time where there's no gem discounts going on? Okay, hand is a little bit less cracked now. Rocket Salamander by itself is not a full combo. We can still make plays, though. We can summon like a Baron. Baron de Fleur. Right. Yeah, we can go like normal summon and F. Opponent didn't go spell SMH. Alright, and then we get the Screw Serpent. And then Screw Serpent brings back the Rocket Salamander. Wait, how do you make... Oh, you make Baron on your opponent's turn. That's right. Because I was like, how do you make Baron if Dragonar locks you into TGs? But then you make Star Guardian, and that's what you use to... Because you can Synchro on your opponent's turn with that. I remember now. Actually, this line's pretty good, because then you also get back your... Actually, should we get back... Let's get back Rocket Salamander, I think. I was going to say, Rocket Salamander or Screw Serpent here. They did that with the Cashier first wave in the pack and refreshed. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Salamander or Screw Serpent? Because Screw Serpent negates the thing it brings back. Let's just get Rocket Salamander. Yeah, we definitely get Rocket Salamander because we can potentially Rocket Salamander to bring back the Screw Serpent. Graveyard effect is just level change. We're going to Baron on their turn, so I'm going to pass here. That's actually fine. I'm not going to Ash Blossom that, but I will chain Star Guardian to go into the Baron. Oh, that's how you make Chaos Angel, because you use a light and a dark, and you can do it on your opponent's turn. Oh, shit, I didn't even think about that. I maybe should have saved it for that. That's why you play Chaos Angel in pure TG. I was wondering about that. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, let's do this. I know, that sounds crazy, because it's a light and a dark, and you get to banish on your opponent's turn. Alright, I'm just going to Ash Blossom the Mirror Sword Knight. If they have a Branded Fusion, we have Baron de Fleur. It's fine. That was a cool light bulb moment. Yeah, I was going to say, they probably just concede. Yeah, that was a cool light bulb moment. I saw the Chaos Angel as an option, and it all came together. Because I saw in the deck breakdown, I saw Chaos Angel in the TG extract, and I was like, that's interesting. I wonder how you summon it. That makes sense. That makes sense. And the banish can't be negated. Oh, really? Well, it can't be... They can't use activated monster effects against it, but they could still imperm it, right? Or is there another reason why it can't be negated? By monster effects, okay. I was trying to remember if like TG Star Guardian had like a weird effect or something. This hand, okay, we can do something with this. We can normal summon Joel and Lockbird. Ouch! That's a fun username. And then Original Sin, the Droll away. And summon Rocket Salamander. Oh, no, shit. No, yeah, because we already normal summoned. Never mind. I was going to say I should have summoned Sekai Ash. We already used our normal summon, so... and then, yeah, we're just going to do the same thing we did last time. Although, maybe I'll wait and try to do Chaos Angel this time. Instead of just making Baron de Fleur. Oh, we'll also have TG close, and we'll have a machine TG up. This is not bad at all. Like, this is not a full combo, but this setup is actually pretty darn good. If I do say so myself. And I do, in fact, say so myself. Alright, Dragonar, Serpent, Salamander. Beep. Oh, come on, get up there. Would you consider OSS a starter for Snake Eye? I think of it more as of an extender? I don't know, that's actually a really interesting question, because it can be both a starter and an extender with certain hands. I generally don't count it as a starter. When I'm counting, how many starters I have, I generally do not include it. But I would not fault you for including it either. Alright, Star Guardian F. And we decided to get back Rocket Salamander, right? Yeah, because then, yeah. Oh no, neither of these are machines, so we can't actually use TG close. Never mind. I mean, I'll still set it, but set it and forget it. What the fuck? That was some infomercial back in the day, and whenever I set a card and then forget that it's there, I think of that stupid infomercial. It's like, set it and forget it. What's up, Solid Adam? Hope you're doing well. Normal summon Thoroughblade. Thoroughblade F. This would actually be a pretty good instance to go for Chaos Angel, because we'd banish their one Zodiac and they wouldn't be able to, like, Trident or Zeus us later. Okay, I'll try it here. I'll let this resolve first, though. Discard Barrage to draw. Okay, now I'm gonna Star Guardian F. Hey, thanks for the follow. I super appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Thank you, Adam. Alright, Chaos Angel F. Banish. Oh, he made it with a light and a dark! That's so good! We made it with both! Ah! I love it. Alright, Barrage F. Yeah. I used to watch that commercial way longer than anyone had any business. Yeah, I think it was like a mid-2000s thing. Because I definitely remember it from, like, my childhood. I don't remember anything about it except the catchphrase. They would say, set it and forget it. But it must have been some kind of, like, kitchen timer or something. Also, DJ RussiaBoy95, thank you very much for the follow as well. Super, super appreciate it. We're actually really close to 2,300, which is wild considering I didn't have stream schedules for, like, 2 months, but... It was the Ronco Rotisserie. Oh, you're right! It was the Rotisserie! You just unlocked a core memory there. Oh my god. As soon as I saw Rotisserie, I saw the infomercial in my brain for the first time in like over a decade. Wow, that's wild. Alright, what are they doing? They are looking for something off of Barrage. I think they're realizing that they can't do anything against my Chaos Angel. Because, like, all of Zodiac's removal is monster-based. Watch those chickens and drool at 2 a.m. That's good. Yeah, look, they're just gonna concede, because, like, that's cool. That's really cool. The Chaos Angel off the TG Star Guardian plus over Dragonar, that was actually really sick. I'm glad we found that line. I should save some of these games. Hell, why not? I'll save those last two and be like, this is what you can do. Who did we get that OTK off against? It was like the first game, wasn't it? Yeah, let's save that one. The only line... My mom was like, you're 10, what are you gonna do with that? That's good. Only line I would say OSS to start is if you open a quick play and a monster. Makes sense. Worst commercial of the Viagra ad, yeah. What was the one that would always play on Comedy Central? It was like the, was it like Smilin' Bob or Whistlin' Bob? I think it was Smilin' Bob and they would whistle in the commercial. I remember seeing that that commercial on Comedy Central as a kid. Am I gonna Valor this Fenrir? No, I think it's fine. 60 card deck, wow. Troll man, that's right. Oh, why didn't I troll? I was distracted. Let's see. Rhinoheart. Oh my god. It's a tier deck. I'll Ash it, sure. Why not? They're on 60 cards. Maybe they just don't have it follow up. Although, I'm not super optimistic about this hand going into a Fenrir. Cue the grass, I know, right? Okay, the Duel actually didn't end up coming up, so misclicking and or not activating it, misplaying rather, not misclicking. Misplaying and not activating it was actually fine. Duel, that's a good draw. Okay. Tier 60 cards, why with only 3 names? Or with only 3 names? So it's better than I might think. Never punish, never punish. Okay. I'm gonna Duel and I'll send the Droll and Lockbird. I love this part of the music. Okay, Duel F. Let's see if they Fenrir. I imagine they will. Well, I mean, they might not. We'll see. I don't like this. I think they have Soliak face down. Yep, here's Fenrir. Good. Getting that out of the way. Okay, so I have Tank Grub, All Clear, and Veiler. If I normal summon... Tank Grub in the hand is always awkward. This kind of makes me want to play a second copy, actually. Just to have one in the deck. It's like, I could normal Veiler, second off for Rocket Salamander, and then All Clear an extra... No, I'm just going to normal summon the Tank Grub and sack that. Was that a bad Fenrir? It felt bad. It wasn't great. I think, yeah, because I had my normal summon. I don't think I would have Fenrir there. Needlebug Nest. Alright, Gamba. What do they got? Transaction rollback with Imperm. And Needlebug Nest. I think it's a draw. Okay. I generally don't feel like... well, I mean, obviously it varies from situation to situation, but... and to be fair, we're talking about Fenrir here. But when it comes to, like, Wanted and Duel, and honestly, a lot of the time, even Original Sin, I tend not to use Disruption against those. I just wait for whatever comes out. Because, like, it's so easy for your opponent to go, like, pitch for a Duel, and then you Imperm it, and then they're like, okay, normal summon Snake Eye Ash, right? Or even to go so far as, like, Original Sin and Ash Blossom it, they could still just normal summon Snake Eye Ash. Like, I've had lines where I try to bait out stuff like that. Okay, I could Rocket Salamander and bring back... No. I'm gonna... Well, I could bring back because I have the All Clear. I'm just gonna go for the Screw Serpent, though. It's the Burk deck. Hell yeah. I really wanted to play... I guess she's still doing them. I want to play in an RCS again, but... I work early on Friday mornings. It's the saddest situation in the world. Well, no, it's not. There are much sadder. What am I saying? I'm just being over dramatic here. Don't mind me. It's a little sad. Like I have to work early on Friday mornings, so thus I am not able to play in the RCSs. It's Oak and Ash that always generate the advantage to Flamberge. It never feels good to disrupt the other cards. Yeah, definitely. Step of a hand shot a quick play, you play OSS and pitch to quick play. Just takes 3 cards. That makes sense. Can I do anything with All Clear? Wait, I'll have an extra normal summon. Maybe I can. Yeah, let me see. But I've already used Screw Serpent's effect. Booster Eagle doesn't do anything if I just summon it. Oh, yeah, no, I can add a Rocket Salamander and still do plays. Because I get an extra normal summon, and it'll be a machine, so I get to do the bonus effect, bring back Screw Serpent, and then over Dragonar. Okay. Cancer Kids playing I do not know the reference you are making, if that is a reference. Superboy, no! No! Not like this! Alright. Well, I mean, we don't, like, lose... Oh, yeah, no, we lose. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit... What are they sending, actually, out of curiosity? Yeah, no. I'm just gonna hit the old, surrender button, and there we go. Just a bad joke. Oh, I'm not a fan of using cancer as a joke. I've had, yeah, I have family members who have been afflicted by that. That's why I don't really like when people call decks cancer. It's like, well, there are much worse fates you could have than like not liking a deck, right? You know? Such as, I don't know, actually having cancer. But anyway. Let's see, we're going second here. Let's see what we got. All gas, good. We got a going first and going second, but that's not necessarily like the worst thing in the world. I feel like generally speaking, I'd rather open in, well, I don't know, Tistina. Interesting. I was gonna say, like, would I rather open an all gas hand going second or an all hand trap hand going first? It definitely depends on the deck, but sometimes I feel like I'd rather open the all gas hand going second, honestly. No, you're gonna end? No, poor opponent. This deck doesn't do anything. That's not true, actually. I lost to Tistina in one of the Challenger Cups. There was a Challenger Cup where Tistina knocked me out of Swiss, actually. Another example of, like, hey, don't let people tell you that, like, non-tier decks are literally unplayable. It is a skill issue on their part. Let's see. We open Tank Grub again, but we actually have all clear and limiter removal here. So we have a good amount of... okay, I'm going to lead with normal summon Tank Grub. And then we can special the Raptor. Okay. I have Original Sin as well. That's wild. Okay, so I could... oh, let me go into Mighty Striker first. Yeah, okay, I think I see the line here. Decks like this have a hidden superpower no one knows what they're trying to do. I feel like that's an unironic advantage to decks like this, honestly. Especially a deck like TG that your opponent probably hasn't seen too often and just does a lot of things, and when the combo goes off is very scary. There's a lot of times where against a deck like this, if you've never played against it, you just don't know when to disrupt. It's a very valid thing. I'm just adding close here, right? Because I already have both limiter removal and all clear. Let me see something about all clear. During your main phase, you can normal summon. You can only gain this effect once per turn. You can only use this effect once per turn. Okay, so yeah, let's just get close here. This requires me to have a machine TG? Yes, okay. Alright, now let's activate all clear. So my plan this time is to use all clear and then Original Sin away the all clear for the Rocket Salamander. We still summon Screw Serpent here. Or we add Screw Serpent, rather. Yeah, definitely. And then we... oh, you know what? We do activate this. Oh, we can just set up the Rocket Salamander this way. We don't even need the Original Sin. Oh my god, we can just set up the Rocket Salamander this way. That's insane. That's insane. Wow. Alright, Screw Serpent F. Yeah, let's just get back Rocket Salamander. And Book of Eclipse. Okay. That is actually fine. So I can Original Sin, send the all clear. Note that you actually can't send the token. Oh, they have Ash Blossom. We've called by. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, you cannot actually send the tokens for Original Sin. Fun fact: the card has to go to the graveyard as part of the cost, and tokens cannot go to the graveyard. Tistina's strongest combo. I don't know. When I lost to Tistina in the Challenger Cup, I was like, I kind of had this moment of like, is this deck really bad? Because it seems really good, but I think my opponent might have had like just a really good hand or something. I don't know. Maybe there was just more to it. Okay, let's. Having the two face-down monsters is honestly pretty awkward. Oh, you know what? Okay. Should I actually activate the 2 effect now? Yes, and bring back the Mighty Striker while I can. Is this a warrior? It is a warrior, but... Okay, so if I bring back Mighty Striker, and then sack for Screw Serpent, and make Over Dragonar here, I'll have 2 slots open. That should actually be fine. Let's do it. Yeah, let's bring back Mighty Striker. Yeah, I also watched Meeps' video about Tistina. So that I can sack them even if they're face down. Oh, that's so helpful. Okay, that hugely opens stuff up for us. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that, but yeah. Oh, but I don't have a 4. I don't have another Screw Serpent. Oh, because I sacked Screw Serpent because I'm a dummy. I was supposed to sack the Rocket Salamander. Ooh, You have to summon with a different name. It's with a different name. Okay, this is actually fine though. Check this out. I have an idea. Wait, no, yeah. Because we can actually... Wait a second, this actually panned out perfectly. Like 2, 1. Oh my god, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1 for 5. Holy shit. We fumbled into the correct play. We fumbled into the correct play. Alright, let's get this and this definitely. We'll get Mighty Striker back, and let's grab Tank Grub for some versatility as well. Alright, so we're TG locked for the rest of the turn, but that's fine. Oh, let's make... Okay, if I use this and this to make Hyper Librarian... Have I used... No, I already used the 2 effective Rocket Salamanders, so... Nifroth with the raid! What the... Okay! 160 person raid! What's up, Nifroth? What's up, Raiders? Welcome to the stream. This is actually my first scheduled stream back in like 2 months since playing in the Duelist Cup, so thank you very much, Nifroth, for the raid. We're doing some dual triangle gaming, playing a little bit of TGs, because I think this deck is really fucking cool. Welcome back, thank you, I super appreciate that. Yeah, I took a little bit of personal time off towards the end of February, and then when I was about to come back... Oh, I can special summon with this, right. And then when I was about to come back, then the Challenger Cups happened. I decided to focus on those for a little bit. TGs are neat. I love TGs. This is like one of my favorite decks of all time. It's too bad we couldn't have summoned Hyper Librarian sooner, but I think we kind of had to do it this way. Okay, so we can 2/5/5. I could also... Oh, because I don't have another non-tuner, right. So we just make the other Dragonar, because I would like to make a Glaive Blaster here, I think. We're not going to Calamity Lock our opponent. We're also on turn 2, but we were doing that earlier. But thank you so very much for the raid. I super duper appreciate that. Hello, everyone who is not familiar with me already. My name is Hexlex. I am a Master Duel gamer. I'm not too bad at it, if I do say so myself. In the Challenger Cups recently, I got top cuts, 5 of them, 5 of the 13, which was pretty cool. So I am in fact gaming, at least somewhat. Let's see. I'm just gonna pass because we're on low time. I love that Glaive Blaster incentivizes to use Blazar. Yeah, Blazar, I'm totally using that card. No, I actually don't own a Blazar yet, so that's really the only reason it's not in the extra. Is it bad that I'm waiting for Calamity to get banned, and then I'll use that dust to make the Blazar? That's kind of my plan right now. Alright, we do have the Counter Trap up, because this is in fact a machine. Although it's when your opponent activates, when a Spell Trap card or monster effect is activated. That's why we couldn't do the, negate the field spell there. Okay, Crystal God Tistina. You better keep your plan. Yeah, we were actually talking about the Calamity ban earlier. I think the main reason it hasn't come yet is because Centurion isn't out. I imagine they'll give us like a month or two with Centurion Calamity, and then they'll ban Calamity. Alright, what does this do? During your main phase, change blah blah blah, and send blah blah blah. If your opponent's blah 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 blah. Okay. If this card is in your graveyard, wait. This card is in your hand or graveyard, you control a Tistina monster, special summon, you can only use what's returned. Tistina can track directly. I don't care about that, that's fine. That's the expected reason. Yeah, definitely. They gotta sell them packs, baby. What does this one do? You can target one Testino or face on monster control, destroy it if you do add one Testino card. Okay. I really don't want them to turn my board face down, so I'm kind of saving my counter trap for that. You have a Royal Calamity? Hell yeah. Alright. I am going to negate that. Good call of them to summon and then use the effect. Wait, does this destroy it? Okay, good. I was gonna say, it destroys it, right? Wait. This is another effect. Ah! Oh my god! It does. Alright, let me... Wait, if I banish... No, if I banish it, it won't come back, because it won't be on the field. Duh. Alright. Yeah, I don't think chaining this actually does anything. But I guess I'll do it before my stuff gets turned down. Oh, it actually extra does nothing, because now I can't even bring it back, because this is face down. I always forget, it's not like Blade Blaster. The card doesn't come back automatically. You have to bring it back with the effect. Blade Blaster, the level 10, where is it? This one comes back from the banish automatically. But it's the only one that does that. Right. Okay. Get rotated. Get fucking rotated. Alright, let's see what this deck, I don't know, does. Well, again, I've actually already been wrecked. I don't remember if I was saying this before or after the raid, but as much as people meme on Tistina, I did actually get not only did I lose to it in one of the Challenger Cups, it actually knocked me out of the tournament. Now, where are my strongest Penguin Warriors? Penguin Warriors rise up for Toadette. It'd be nice if a Penguin's got more support, honestly. Like, even one more card. It's like, I think it's one of those archetypes I'll just get one every now and then. I played Pure Tistina go second to DA level max on one of my accounts the last Duelist Cup. I'm guessing by your emote that it was a bit of a struggle to get there. My favorite part of Tistina is the only reason you lose to it are the non-Tistina cards. It's just I don't know, it's a cool deck. I just have no idea what it's actually like trying to do. Like, usually if I play it again, even against a deck like once or twice, you can get a decent idea. Like, I know they want to turn things face down, but like, is there really, I don't know what else there is to it besides that. I think most of the times you win, it's because you can resolve the god. I think it's trying to win. Fair. Excuse me. Gains 2,000 attack. Special summon to send all face down cards. Okay, Tistina gaming. Our opponent's gaming. Is this the OTK? Can they attack twice? They can attack twice! That's cool. I'll save that game. I'll use that game in a video. I like highlighting cool decks, even if I'm on the receiving end of them being cool. Alright, let's hop back in here. Also, I don't think I said this earlier. Dude is back. Thank you very much for the follow with that raid there. Super appreciated. It's very sad how bad they made it. Skippy Goober, thank you very much for the follow as well. Unintuitive. That is the absolute best word for it. Like, it seems like the most unintuitive deck of all time. It's like, I feel like I can't even properly evaluate it because I don't know what it's trying to do. This hand's pretty good. We have Valor, we have Nib, we have Wanted for our turn. Tistina do be cooking. They do be cooking. We gotta check our missions after this. I wonder how close we are to finishing. A lot of decks I've played lately have been legitimately games for no reason. They just keep making them bad on purpose. Like Battle and Boxer. Yeah, that's definitely a, Should I Valor this? No, I have Nib. That's fine. I'll just Nib their board. Boxers would be so cool. I saw a post, where was it? I think it was on the Master Duel subreddit. It was actually a good post on there for a change. someone on r/master rule like listed everything wrong. It was like an everything wrong with Battle and Boxers kind of thing. And I was kind of astounded at how many like inner like synergy conflicts the deck has like with itself. Like it's a going first deck that also cares about the battle phase. It's like a graveyard based deck for some reason. I don't know. I don't remember all the bulletin points they had, but they had a lot of them. Am I gonna Veiler the Cashier Unicorn? I kind of want to nib them actually, so I think I might just let this go. Oh yeah, one of their cards skips the battle phase, even though that's like what they care about. Also, the fact that all of their trap cards are counter traps is like, I mean, it's cute because they're a boxing deck, but like, it doesn't leave a lot of like flexibility of like what the trap cards can actually do, you know? Okay, so they 1, 2, 3. This is summon number 3. I might Veiler Riseheart, and then that'll force them to overlay with Fenrir and Unicorn, and then I'll nib them. Oh, they have the Thunder guy too? Okay. Are they gonna summon a Tomahawk? Well, they have too many bodies on the board now. Oh, also, they still have Birth. We have to keep that in mind for the nib too. I should have Veilered the Unicorn. Well, I mean, I thought they were gonna add Theosis, so. Okay, here's Era. Yep. Does having Veiler help you hide your nib because your field has been flashing for Veiler? It can. Like, that's definitely a pro to it, but I would also just toggle off if I really wanted to hide the nib. Am I going to Veiler this Riseheart still? I think I will, actually. Yes, I will, because now if they want to make another rank 7, they're going to have to use the Birth. Well, actually, no, they won't, because they just banished Big Bang. They could have easily made the new ones not be bad, but they all fall short. Promoter is 100% a good card, but it 100% locks you into Boxers. Yeah, Promoter is the kind of archetype card I'm not a fan of, because, like, I mean, y'all know me. I love combo decks. I love mixing piles together and seeing what you can get. Like, I don't know. Would it have been too good for Promoter to just fire Warrior lock you? Maybe. I don't like they still have Birth in hand. It might actually be fine, though. Okay, there's Birth. Alright, summon something off of it, please. Well, they don't have anything to summon off of it. Xyz Lock would have been fine. Yeah. That actually makes more sense. Yeah, but yeah, no, I hate hard archetype locks. Like, because I feel this way. I kind of feel this way sometimes if I play a deck that's only one archetype. But especially if the deck has a hard archetype lock, I'm like, I don't know. I feel it doesn't feel good. I feel like Konami just kind of built the deck for me, you know? Where it's like, ah, yes, Battle and Boxer Promoter. I can't wait to summon Battle and Boxer monsters after resolving my Battle and Boxer card. You know, it's just like, but again, I'm just a pile deck fiend, so. Alright. It chose not to make the new cards stand properly. They do a thing, but they do it really poorly. Yeah. What about attribute locks like Dragon Lord? Dragon Lord? I mean, attribute locks are fine. Like, I think locks are... I'm not saying locks in general are bad for the game. I just hate when the lock is archetype. Like, only do the archetype. Like, at least let me have a little bit of flexibility, right? Like, again, Xyz, or attribute lock, or Fire Warrior lock, or whatever, you know? I guess I'll do this during the draw phase. Or, like, you know, if you're going to put an archetype lock in, you could, well, I don't know. I was going to say you could do it at a step later in the combo line, but that kind of defeats the purpose, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's see. So we already have the original Sin in hand. Subversion would go so hard here. Wow, this is a hand where Subversion would be crazy. I could just enter battle, smack over the Fenrir, and then, like, do the Calamity Lock setup. But they have a nib token, like a really big one I got to address too. Alright, let me just lead with... Yeah, I'm going to lead with Diabell, actually, and I'm going to hope they use Fenrir on it. Yeah, whoever was asking earlier, like, is it bad to Fenrir Diabell? I think the answer is, like, very often yes. Oh, do I not have a target? Because I already have Wanted in the Grave. Those are my only sinful cards. Yeah, I need a Subversion here. Ooh, I need it really badly. Okay. I think I have to enter... I think I have to enter battle phase here. I really don't want to, but I don't think I have another way around this Fenrir. Alright. I'm just gonna battle. I'm gonna get rid of this Fenrir. I don't think I can do much with it on the board. Alright, main phase 2. Okay, now that that's gone, let's Original Sin. I'll send the Diabell. Get our Rocket Salamander. Wait, we haven't normal summoned. So I can get Snake Eye Ash, actually, and then get Rocket Salamander. Please don't have anything for this. No negates ever from the opponent. Bilal. I wonder if the Booster Raptor adds much here. We can get our draw, too. Let's do that now. Imagine Snake Eye with Lock. Snake Eye should have probably Fire Locked, honestly. I think that's another thing, like... People complain like, oh, Baron and Borreload are too good because decks like Snake Eye can just go into them. It's like, well, Snake Eye should have had an attribute lock. Like, that's not Baron and Borreload's fault that Snake Eye doesn't have an attribute lock or some kind of lock, right? More rocks. Yep. Let's summon Booster Raptor while we can. I almost sometimes wish this was a tuner. Actually, I think more often than not, I do wish it was a tuner. Alright, let's do this for the Screw Serpents. I wonder if there's a reason to not sack... Oh, I'll just sack the Rocket Salamander. I would have to synchro with it later anyway, so it's kind of not a reason. Well, I guess the reason would be to dodge Call By. That would be the reason, yeah. Okay, never punished. Next event. Oh, they start talking about it already? What is this board say? This is so weird. Oh, if I had a level 1 tuner, I could actually make Crimson Dragon really easily. Yeah, this is really awkward. I shouldn't have summoned this Booster Raptor. That was actually a misplay. Well, because I guess I'll only have 2 bodies to bring back anyway, so I don't think it actually matters. Okay, am I making over Dragonar right now? I think I have to, yeah. Yes, yes, you know what? Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I know how I'm gonna do this. What's up, Cater B? Yeah, I want to make sure I said that right. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Alright, Dragonar F. We only have 2 in the yard, so this is fine. Don't negate this, please. Please don't negate this. Thank you. Alright. So what we can do here is we can Star Guardian, and then I think I might just make Chaos Angel on their turn. Because when you summon over Dragonar, you get TG locked, but like all of the Synchro tuners have the quick Synchro effect, so... And this is a Dark and a Light, and it makes a 10, so we can just make Chaos Angel on our opponent's turn. We're definitely going to get back Rocket Salamander here. Baron wasn't the bigger issue as opposed to the ease in which could be some of the things to jet into Formula. Again, I think it came down to Snake Eye needing a lock. Honestly. That would have solved everything. That would have solved all the issues. Okay, so... Hey, what's up, Jeff? Jeff the Person Man? Hope you are doing well. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Speaking of Well, we were talking about, because we had Oni and Rizu in here who were Challenger Cup top finishers. We have Jeff, who is not only a Challenger Cup top finisher, but a Challenger Cup winner. Very, very well done. Alright, Birth F. Special summon if you're non... It doesn't target, so I don't even know what... You know what? We're just gonna do this now. I think we just have to pull the trigger. Lurk, since you're still in class. Thanks for stopping by, Jeff. Super appreciate ya. I'm actually in the group if Snake Eyes had a Firelock, it would be unplayable. Oh yeah, it would be unplayable. Like, it would not be nearly as good. Yeah, we just have to make the Chaos Angel here. Maybe, okay, here's the thing though, too, because when you say, like, give the deck a lock, you can also give, like, not every single card a lock, but a couple of them, right? To enable plays, like a card, like an effect you would need, but not till later on in the combo line. Like, Flamberge's Summon from Grave effect. If that had also a, by the way, you can't summon except for fires for the rest of the turn, you know? Maybe that would be enough? I'm just speculating here, though. Royal Finish Bonfire plus Preventer. It's not too bad. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. Alright, yeah, they can Fenrir and get rid of, like, my nib, but... Chaos Angel was made with both a light and a dark, so it's sitting pretty good here. Flamberge really doesn't act as a boss monster, weirdly. Yeah, Flamberge is mostly used as an extender, honestly, more than anything. Well, and Disruption. It's weird, yeah, it's not a boss monster, it's an extender and Disruption in the same card, which is a really weird... but kind of cool role to have. I don't know. I think Snake Eye is kind of a cool deck. I also don't mind Tier 0 formats. Like, I definitely really highly value deck diversity. I mean, just look at my YouTube channel. Like, I play so many different decks because, not even for the channel, but just because I like playing a lot of different Yu-Gi-Oh decks. Like, I get bored playing nothing but the same deck and nothing else, right? So don't get me wrong, I hugely value diverse formats, and when it comes to fun, I think diverse formats are more fun, personally, than a Tier 0 format, or a format like this, where Snake Eye is like almost Tier 0 in Master Duel, right? However, I do think there are benefits to a Tier 0 format. For example, I feel like a much better player for having grinded nothing but Snake Eye for the Challenger Cups. Like, I feel like my just ability to, I don't know, just like recognize chain links and how like it'll play out, and like activation timings, especially the timing of like IP and Underworld Goddess. Like, there's a lot of skills like that you can build. And I don't know, because people are always like, which one is better? But I think as with everything, it's nuanced, right? There are pros and cons to both. And I think if you like acknowledge that, then you can properly take advantage of a Tier 0 format. feel that I'm a better player because I'm playing the better deck. That's good. That's good, Nip. Well, yeah, I mean, why don't you all just play Snake Eye? No. But especially mirror matches, like, a lot of people say, like, oh, Snake Eye mirrors just come down to a hand trap check. And sometimes, sure, that happens. And I will definitely also say that tier mirrors are, I think they're definitely more skillful than Snake Eye mirrors. But I think it is very disingenuous to say that Snake Eye mirrors come solely down to hand trap checks. There's a lot to know about them. For example, Divine Temple and using it as a disruption tool in the mirror match is so unbelievably, like, valuable, and I never see anybody else doing it, right? Like, the way to use Divine Temple in a mirror match, especially if you both have a Divine Temple up, if it's your opponent's turn, you want to summon on the same chain link as them, because turn players' chain links will resolve first. So if you both have Divine Temple up and you both summon on the same chain link, both of your Divine Temples will proc at the same time. Now, if it's your opponent's turn, their Divine Temple will go first because turn players' optional spell speed 1 effects always go on the chain link first. And Divine Temple targets, so you always know what they're going to summon. So your Divine Temple goes on the Chain Link later, you can target the same thing, and because chains resolve backwards, your Divine Temple actually resolves first, and they won't get the thing as long as you target the same monster in the spell trap zone. That's like one of very many ways in which Chain Links matter super hard in the Snake Eye Mirror. That is Dark Anthelian Dragon, which is not... Oh, wait. Detach material and target more face-up monster opponent controls until they... Oh, but my Chaos Angel can't be destroyed by battle, ha! You can't destroy it! That's good, that's good. Oh, that's awesome. And unaffected. They can't get over this. Wow, that... Honestly, that Star Guardian plus over Dragonar into Chaos Angel, this is actually insane. Like, this is a lot harder to deal with than I realized at first. Read Chaos Angel challenge impossible. Alright. They have a scale 10 in a Cashier deck, so who really won? Shit, when they start Pendulum Summoning, I don't know. Alright, do I have a machine? No, I don't have a machine. It's a dinosaur? Oh, raptor. Okay, that makes sense. I get it. It's like an Archaeopteryx kind of thing. Let's actually... Yeah, let's sack the Booster Raptor. They can have your monsters attack now. Is that what the Pend effect is? Oh, but it's not a quick effect. Okay, good. Okay, so I think I just want to summon Screw Serpent here, right? Both printings are secret and ulti. Oh, for Chaos Angel, yeah. Well, I say yeah, like I know I don't play the TCG, but that makes sense. Good card, expensive. It's one of a few reasons why I don't play the TCG. Okay, so how many? I have a million TGs in here, right? Okay, let's just get this Snake Eye Ash off the field. Alright, over Dragonar F. Oh my god, I can get back the Synchros too. Oh, let's definitely... Wait, okay, hang on. Star Guardian. It's got a special summoned, not even Synchro summoned. That's insane. We're definitely getting that back. And then... Probably just a Screw Serpent? That's insane. This card is so good. If I normaled... I did, okay. I was gonna say. Surely I did. We'll just get back a Serpent. We can make another 5. And then we can special the Serpent and make another 5. So let's make Hyper Librarian first. 4 to 7 decks. I see Gate Guardian there. I love Gate Guardian. That's such a cool deck. Alright, Star Guardian F. Screw Serpent, Special Summon. I'll throw it in attack mode because why not? Let's sync for a 5. I have one level 5 tuner. Oh, I only have one Blade Blaster. So, let's just make over Dragonar. Another one. This only negates stuff when it battles it, right? Yeah. How does TG have 5 custom cards, but it's still rogue? Hand traps, mostly. Hand traps are pretty fucking good. Alright, let me just make sure I'm not like... And this is at 2800? Yeah, we'll just battle. Play it safe. Oh my god, that Chaos Angel went so hard here! I'm gonna finish it with Hyper Librarian. That was so good! That was such a cool game! Oh, I gotta save that one. Oh, so good. So good. Alright, let's see where we're at for the missions. How many more? Maximum number of saves. No, I want that duel. Hyper Librarian has surprise. Yeah, 2400 is pretty relevant, especially for level 5. Oh, you know what? Okay. I can get rid of some of these, because these are my Unchained games for tomorrow's video. So we don't need these anymore. And then let me save that. Oh, yeah, let me check my missions, too, while I'm thinking about it. Win a duel to... Okay, so we just need to play 3 more games, basically. We'll do that, and then we'll probably finish out the stream here. Alright. Save. Alright. New Konami update 1,000 gems for replay slot. I would spend it. Oh my god. If I had 2 more replay slots, I could record an extra video's worth. I could save an extra video's worth of duels. Do you know how much that would increase my productivity? I've thought about this a lot, actually. I'm like, even 2. If I had 2 more replay slots, it would unironically increase my productivity, like, phenomenally. I think about it all the time, actually. But you know what? I'm honestly just grateful that we have replays, like, in general. I'll do this now. I'll high roll here. Oh, I should have drolled, actually. Never mind. That was dumb. But whatever. It's not that big of a deal. I'm grateful that Master Duel has replays, period. That, in general, makes content creation, like, so much easier. Oh, it's a tier limit. Okay, so we can just droll them here anyway. Like, games like Hearthstone, Runeterra, like, pretty much every other digital card game, I don't think I've ever played another one that has replays. So, like, if I was gonna make content, I would need to always, like, record while I'm dueling. Which doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but at the same time, like, I really value being able to just relax while I play. Like, while I duel to get games for videos is, like, the only time I really have to, like, watch YouTube videos or, like, chill and listen to a podcast, you know? Otherwise, I'm, like, you know, working or doing IRL stuff or making a video or something. So, like, if I had to always be on while I played this game, I think it would take a lot more out of me. It's a fun feature. Yeah. It's a very good feature. It makes you wonder why more games don't do it. I mean, bandwidth or whatever, server space or something like that, I'm sure, but... Oh, wow. It's tier, cash, and branded. But it's not that hard, I guess. Well, it's not even a 60-card deck, though, which is kind of impressive they fit all that. Okay, so Shiren is activating... as well as Lube. I'm gonna... okay. Let's imperm the Lubellion. I think that's better than imperming the Kiklos. I think I'd rather deal with whatever Kiklos searches than a Mirror Jade. More jank incoming. Oh yeah, Maurice, glad to hear you're doing well there. Oh my god, yeah, we needed the gems from this event too, seriously. After, like, 2 packs in a row. I still maintain the reason we got 2 packs in a row is because so few people bought the Red Dragon Archery pack. Like, that just from, like, that just makes the most amount of sense to me. I think it's one of the reasons. I think pushing out Bonfire... Well, I was gonna say to hit Snake Eye sooner, but, you know... I guess they did hit Snake Eye, just not that much. You know, I was actually talking about this at the top of the stream. A lot of people are disappointed in the Snake Eye hits, and yeah, they could have done more. And in my opinion, yeah, they probably should have done at least a little bit more to hit the deck. However, I think the consistency semi-limit hits are more impactful than a lot of people give it credit for. Like, Snake Eye is still going to be a tier 1 deck, but you will feel, in Best of 1, you will feel the loss of a Wanted and an Ash. Like, you will brick that, like, just enough more often. So I understand it. Like, again, I also understand why people are disappointed. And again, I do think they probably should have done a little bit more to keep the deck in check. But, because, I don't know, a lot of people dunk on the semi-limits, but they're better than you think they are. Wanted and Ash are the right hits, which they limited Wanted. I think they should have limited Ash. Again, I think Wanted did also deserve to get hit, but I like the idea of using Wanted and Diabell. I mean, I also like pile decks, which, you know, it's just funny. It's funny to me how some people are, like, so opposed to decks being generic. Like, Like, how dare you use this card in a deck outside of its intended archetype? How dare you? It feels like that's what the attitude is sometimes. It's just like, can I cook, please? Can I have a deck that Konami didn't build for me, please? Wants it so much better, but I know why you think so. I think it's fair. Everything must be Blackwing specific archetype cards. That's the example I always give too. It's like, I don't understand the excitement from people who like being walked into an archetype. It's like, ah, yes. Well, actually, Battle Unboxer is the better example I gave earlier. Like, oh boy, I get to resolve my Battle Unboxer promoter. I sure can't wait to summon only Battle Unboxers and nothing else off of this. It's like, what is the appeal of that? I don't understand it. I'm reporting you. Hey! And Blackwings are funny because I do think that is actually an example of a deck that, like, because again, the other argument that people make is like, oh, but Baron is just better than any other 10. Like, here's the thing, I'll say this too. I think if Blackwings did not archetype lock you, it'd probably still just be better to go into 3 Assault Dragons. And again, as I was mentioning earlier, let's look at another archetype, Monodium. Like, again, if they wanted to have alternatives to Baron, they just need to print ones with good incentives. Blackwinged Assault Dragon is a great alternative incentive to just negating cards, right? Monodium Primeheart is not an incentive to make over Baron, because Monodium Primeheart is garbage. That card is ass. So, I don't know. I don't think that Baron ruined Synchros at all. I think they just needed better in archetype Synchros. I like attribute type extract locks, archetype locks suck. And also, yeah, it can definitely depend on the deck too. But yeah, hard archetype locks are just completely boring. At that point, Konami is just building the deck for you. I mean, obviously not. Like, obviously you pick the ratios and stuff, but you know what I mean. Alright, we have another Rocket Salamander, so I think... Oh, you know what? They have a Mudora in here, so let's make sure that the same thing that happened last time doesn't happen again. Let me call by and eat their Mudora, and then we'll do the line. Sad, when placed in like Dragoonie, it often feels correct to go for Baron, aka the one-time Omni, rather than the once-per-turn monster negate plus Banish with Ardabahar. I'm sure I butchered that name, but yeah, no, I think that comes down to like, and here's the thing, because whenever I make this argument, people are like, oh, so you want to power creep Baron? And it's like, no. You can have interesting alternative effects that are not just better than an Omni. Again, look at Blackwings. Look at the Tax Dragons, right? I think it's not a Synchro monster, but I think Mirror Jade is another great example of a good, unique, like, archetype boss monster. That's not just a negate. Like, if Synchro archetypes had something the equivalent of Mirror Jade to go into, that would be something to go into over Baron de Fleur, right? And it's funny because, like, that whole post blew up on Twitter, and, like, Twitter is a horrible place for takes like this because the take that I had is one that requires a lot of explanation and nuance, and you can't do that on Twitter without making, like, 30 posts in a row, so it's like, a lot of people, like, oversimplified the point I was making, and it's like, well, okay, there's actually a lot more to it, but again, we're on Twitter, so there's only so much you can say. Okay, so let's make the Star Guardian. Twitter's a horrible place, period. Yeah, I don't know. I need to get off Twitter more often, honestly. I feel like I've been on it too much lately. I think my main problem is I end up having so much downtime at work, and, like, that's really when it gets me. So, okay, this is kind of interesting. I could make Blade Blaster. Like, I can Star Guardian to add back Rocket Salamander, special it, make Blade Blaster, and I believe that is a machine? It is. Let's try it. Let's experiment a little bit. Alright, let's Star Guardian and special the Rocket Salamander. Because once I have a machine TG, I'll be able to use the second effect. I don't actually know how good that is, though, here. I guess we'll find out. I don't think it really does that much, honestly. Like, I can go into another 5, but I've already used Star Guardian's effect. Hyper Librarian, I've already used Dragonar. Yeah. Maybe I should just make Chaos Angel on my opponent's turn instead of doing this line. It's not like a terrible line, though. I don't know, it kind of is, honestly. Like, I kind of feel like I'm not doing anything with this. Yeah, I should have just made Chaos Angel on their turn. But you know what? This is why we experiment, right? So, let's just make another Over Dragonar, because we have 2 of it. Yeah, we'll throw it in defense mode. Yeah, unfortunately, Screw Serpent only level adjusts by 1. It's a pretty useless effect. What am I battling over here? I'll battle over the Tier Cache. Let's battle over the Tier Cache, yeah. When was the last time a meta only had decks that Turbo Baron? That's another part of the nuance that I, again, wanted to bring up, but you can't really on Twitter, is like, recency bias is very much a thing with this. Well, I don't know. It's actually a combination. It's recency bias with Snake Eye, and people are still scarred from Halki Fibrax, right? I brought this up earlier in the stream, too. You see people being scarred from Halki Fibrax with, like... you know what? I can save the branded opening here. You see people being scarred by Halki Fibrax from TCG players saying, like, okay, well, now that Borreload and Baron are banned, now we can bring back Auroradon. It's like, you could have brought back Auroradon the whole time, honestly. It's completely fine. Also, the fact that, I know I said this already, too, but I'll never get over that they banned Tomahawk 2. That is the dumbest decision I've ever heard in my entire life. Tell me what the actual fuck you're going to do with a Tomahawk without Auroradon. Are you kidding me? It's like red... Like, I think that's an embarrassing hit. Embarrassing is the word I use for it. Like, when people defend the TCG list, I see stuff like that, and I'm like, huh? You like this list? What? Same with, like... Let's see, I banished TG monster from your graveyard, banish this card face up. Nah, I don't do that, okay. Same with, like, Red Rose Dragon being at 1. Still to this day. And I'm like, are you actually serious? Like, that is a joke. That is an absolute joke of a hit. Are you kidding me? Ugh. Other things, too. I think Arise Heart being banned while Fenrir and Prosperity are both at 3 is absurd. That is, I think, frankly, one of the dumbest things I've ever heard of. And people say Arise Heart's the problem. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, the hits to Kashira when they first came to Master Duel were perfect. 1 Rates Off, 1 Prosperity, 2 Fenrir. Was totally fine. Was not a problem at all. It was a strong deck, but not oppressively so. But no, apparently Arise Heart needed to be banned because it was so... I don't know, it's just like, the card has no protection on it. And again, whenever I say that, people are like, oh, so you're saying just draw the out? And it's like, there's so many outs you could draw. There are so many cards you could draw. There are so many cards. I don't care at all about Arise, I just hate Fenrir. Oh, it's negated because of the Rocket Salamander, right? Yeah, I mean, I think Fenrir definitely... Again, I think where it was at when they first came out was perfectly fine. 2 Fenrir, 1 Pros, 1 Rates Off. Perfect. I don't mind Kashiras being splashed in decks. I think it's fine. Yeah, I'll get these 4, sure. Is this duel still happening? Have I not won this yet? I had that moment where I thought that just now. Sure, I'll get back Rocket Salamander. Am I even gonna really summon much of anything else here? I guess I'll make Hyper Librarian. That's my last synchro. Cashier Generator? I don't know anything about generators. I'll save this for my opponent's turn, I guess. Whatever. Can make a either a Baron or a Chaos Angel on their turn. Oh, Aliber's effect. Okay, this is fine. Aliber only negates for the turn, right? Yeah, that does not matter. Irrelevant. I hate Unicorn because it's mean to me. Dude, Unicorn stole my lunch money and said something mean about my friend. I'm not friends with Unicorn. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. I feel like the 3 OG cash monsters are a bit too splashable. Ogre's fine. Ogre's 100% fine. I think Fenrir and Unicorn, like... I mean, I understand. Okay, when Fenrir was at 2, I understood it. Wow, what a top deck. Wow, what a top deck. When Fenrir was at... You know what, I'll just make Baron here. Yeah, I'll just make Baron. When Fenrir was at 2, it felt like a little bit too much. I think it's fine otherwise, though. Yeah, I think it's fine otherwise. I'll stand by that. Unicorn told me extra limits should matter, and that's no good. I also think a lot of people conflate I don't like seeing this as often as I do with this is too good. Like, something showing up frequently is fine if it's not a power level issue. I think a lot of people also, like, unironically just kind of go like, well, I don't like this deck, so it should be banned. Like, obviously they don't say that with their words, but it's ultimately what it boils down to at the end. Or I don't like this card, so it should go, right? You know, any number of what do you want to say there? Toadette has a replay to share. We'll go ahead and take a look at that after this game. Flu can be tier 40. They should still hit Robina the 2. I mean, that's one of those decks where people are like, yeah, hit it, because I don't like it. And it's like, I don't like playing against Flu. Flu is one of my least favorite matchups. At the same time, M-Pen did not need to go to 1. M-Pen is totally fine to be at 3. Some people actually think that's a hot take. I think that's wild if they do, honestly. Map could be at 3, it'd be fine. It'd probably be fine, honestly. I'll throw a probably in front of that one. I'm a little less certain, but M-Pen could be at 3 and it would be 100% fine. Alright, Aliber, doesn't matter. How haven't they banned Fossil Dyna? I think Fossil Dyna... I don't know. I think it's... Do I think it's fine or do I think it should get limited? I don't think it needs to get banned. Stun is another one of those decks that, like, I don't enjoy playing against, but I'll go to bat for a little bit. In the sense that I think the existence of stun... Wow, they summoned this back? Oh, they don't have a card in hand. That makes sense. I think if you value diverse metas, then you actually value stun more than you think. And not just from the one-to-one standpoint of, oh, stun is another deck in the meta, therefore it's more diverse. But I see a lot of people complain that decks like Super Heavy Samurai and Snake Eye are 50% hand traps and 50% gas. If we didn't have stun and back row decks to keep deck building honest, literally every deck would be that. Every single deck would be that. But stun and back row decks challenge and force you to adapt, play hedge cards sometimes, and generally just stop the meta from being, again, all combo decks that are all 50% gas and 50% hand traps, which people would get sick of extremely quickly. You know, the meta, like the meta is an ecosystem, right? Like any other ecosystem, you might not like a certain animal, but that doesn't mean it doesn't have a role in there. That's very, very important, right? So, alright, Toadette, I know I have you saved here. This is why we love the purple cards. Purple cards, very, very important for the game. Very important for the game. And you said top replay against Ryan in the Duel Triangle event. We've got an 8-turn game here. Let's see what we got. Caligranate is a criminal and should feel bad. Is it? It's funny because you say that and my first thought is like, oh, I miss that Emancipator. Ooh, we're on Shark. Hell yeah. We're on Shark Armor Exceeds. Ooh, we even have a Royal Stealth Dragon spawn. Hell yeah. Ooh, we have a Zodiac package. I saw it in there too. Excuse me. Doing aromatherapy. I do have to ask, Maurice, that you please do not advertise any other streams in the chat. That is super against the rules. And I do have to throw out that reminder there. He's so gallant, though. We miss Rock. Dude, rocks are awesome. I love Adamantipator. So good. So good. It's searching a fossil dyna in Valance. But, like, how often does that happen? How often does that actually happen? I've seen that, me personally, I've had that happen against me, like, maybe 2 times since Valance have come out, and I'm like, I don't think the fact that it exists means it needs to go. I bet it, no worries, no worries. I will say that is a general rule for a lot of streams. It is generally poor form to advertise streams on another stream's chat, because you're just taking views away from that person, right? But I understand it was not malicious intent. That is okay. Did you play Block Dragon? I love Block Dragon, dude. I think that card's great. I think Block Dragon could have stayed at 1. It would have been fine. That's another Yu-Gi-Oh! Hot take I have. Also, Ghost Hound, thank you for the follow. Alright, so, looks like our opponent's doing a lot of just hashtag tier things here. They did manage to clear our board, but not really do too much as far as, like, board building themselves goes. So, they're not even going to take off half our life points for passing back over to us. Driver is not the draw we wanted to see, though. That's definitely unfortunate. Yeah, that was very unfortunate. No, ban Block Dragon harder. Totally agree, bring back the blocks. Haha, the two sides of chat. No, here's the thing. Block Dragon probably needed to go for when Super Heavy Samurais came out, right? How is Block Dragon still legal in the OCG but banned in Master Duel? I'm actually going to talk about this in a second. Because Block Dragons, as far as power level goes, the rest of Yu-Gi-Oh! Has caught up to Block Dragon. Block Dragon is about appropriate power level for current modern Yu-Gi-Oh! It was overpowered for quite a while. Also, this 2800 attack Ghost Spell, I don't want to overlook that. This is pretty wild here. We beat them with Ghost Spell! We Ghost Spell beat down! Yo, that was insane! Oh my god, Ghost Bell beat down. We summoned the Ghost Spell, and then we were able to use the Armor Xyz. Oh my god, that is wild. They couldn't get over it. Wow, I mean, I've heard of Tyr losing to Ghost Spell, but I mean, not like this before. That was good. Exactly, Toad. This is why Ghost Spell is good against Tyr limits. Oh my god, that's great. That's incredible. Oh, thank you so much for that replay submission. That was good. That was very good. Alright, how many more missions how many more games do we have left for the missions? 2? That's not bad. That is not bad at all. But yeah, no, so I think Block Dragon has caught up, or rather, the rest of Yu-Gi-Oh! Has caught up to Block Dragon, because when it came out, it was definitely a very overpowered card. I think the only reason to have banned it was potentially Super Heavy Samurai Adamantipator, but the OCG has shown us that that deck is fine to exist, and it's not overpowered. When Block Dragon got banned, if you actually go back and you look at both Ranked Ladder meta and Tournament meta, Adamantipator was like barely a tiered deck. Even in the period of time, wow, this hand is cracked. It's alright. I mean, it's got plays. Oh, we have Tank Grub though again. So that means we just send, okay, I think we got this. Even during the period of time where we had the Ishizu cards and not tier limits, right? There was 1 month where we had the Ishizu cards legal but no tier limits. And I was convinced that, oh, this has to be the season where Adamantipator is just the best tier 1 deck, right? No, if you go back and look, Adamantipator was like low tier 3 during the format where it should have been the best. The deck is completely fine. It's not overpowered, even with the one Block Dragon. It's fine. Block Dragon is fine. Again, I think a lot of TCG players were scarred from Block Dragon being as good as it was. Although, to be fair, I think TCG didn't really have much of a format back then because of COVID. But, I don't know. The more of what I'm saying here is, like, again, I think it's another instance of, like, I noticed a lot of, like, the vocalizations against a lot of these cards come from people who are, like, more used to playing the TCG. I don't think nearly enough people respect that Master Duel is its own format, and just because a card was a problem in the TCG does not mean it's an issue in Master Duel. Okay, we're gonna add... just add Screw Serpent, but what if I normal summon Rocket Salamander? Oh, we talked about this already. So, if I summon Rocket Salamander... Wait, you know what? Okay, I can actually send a Rocket Salamander here with the Striker. I won't get the close, but I'll be able to combo. I don't like getting sacked by rock spinning all the floodgates and then a classic negate board. So that line is incredibly easy to stop with a lot of hand traps. There were a lot of times where you could end at Emancipator's turn with a single Veiler, Imperm, or Ash. On top of that, we have Maxi going into Nib. I know I said Maxi wasn't the sole reason a deck is good or bad in Master Duel, but it can be a factor. On top of that, playing Fossil Dyna in Emancipator is not optimal. Same with the Barrier Statue. As somebody who labbed that deck to hell, it's not optimal. So, like, yeah, it kind of sucks if you get hit by it, but it's a gimmicky build. It wasn't good. It wasn't the best way to play the deck. The best way to play the deck was still, like, low tier 3 at best. So we bring back everything... No, we bring back everything but Booster Raptor. Makes it instantly sacky. I actually talked about this earlier in the stream. I genuinely don't understand the it's sacky argument. I understand the mentality behind it, but like if a card is at 1 and it's not at 3, then you're gonna see it less often. Yes, it will feel bad if you lose to it, but you won't lose to it as often because you won't see it as often. And also, the Floodgate line wasn't incorrect because Block Dragon was sacky. Fossil Dyna and Barrier Statue are just not correct to play in that deck, period. If you are playing those in Emancipator, back then, you are playing a suboptimal build. Like, that's just what it comes down. Again, I labbed the hell out of Emancipator, especially with Ishizu's before Tier came into Master Duel, because I was also convinced they had to be the best Tier 1 deck, and they just weren't. At the end of the day, they just were not. They pretty consistently underperformed, honestly. Toad is a fine card. That's a whole other thing. The Sprite Elf thing. Although I will say, there is a critical mass of stuff that needs to be hit if Sprite Elf is legal. That one, I'm a little more like, I don't know. Sprite Elf is fine now, but that's because Toad and some other things are hit. Although not everything that is hit needs to be hit at the same time. Elf is the issue? No, not at all. Are you kidding me? Elf is totally fine. Like, once Merle got banned, like, that's when I was like, oh yeah, so Elf is just completely fine. Because a lot of people complained about Elf being too generic, but they only said that because, like, Tier used Elf, right? Like, if you go back to when Tier was the best deck, and you look at, like, the usage rate for Sprite Elf, it was used in Tier and Sprite, and then the next deck that used it the most was, like, Ninja. You know, it was not, like, it was not generically abused in every single deck. It was exactly Tier and Sprite. Alright, let's make the 12. Yeah, so we can still set up the lock here. We just don't have the counter trap. Elf brings back Yama Unchained Beast deck. I don't think Elf is optimal to play in what's it called? Unchained. I don't think that's an optimal inclusion. Now, I'm far from an Unchained expert. I could be wrong about that, but don't you get Fiend locked way too much to ever play Elf in that deck? Like, literally everything Fiend locks you, doesn't it? Super Heavy uses it? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Like, I don't think Super Heavy Samurai is, like... Especially now that Soul Piercer is limited, which was the actual issue with Super Heavy. See, that's another thing, too. It's like, you know, people are sometimes like, oh, well, this good deck uses it. But I'm like, okay, but is Elf the reason that deck is an issue? Again, Super Heavy is not an issue because of Elf. It was an issue because of Soul Piercer. Okay, so draw phase, we do the Blade Blaster. I thought when you summoned an Unchained from deck off one of their effects, you can't summon except for Fiends for the rest of the turn. I thought that was true of, like, almost all of them. I might be wrong about that. And is it just Rakia? I thought if you popped, like... What's the red one? The red level 3. I thought if you popped that and then summoned one from deck, you couldn't summon except for Fiends. Goes to Wolf, thank you very much for the follow. Super Polly! Oh... That's a counter to us. The counter trap wouldn't have helped us either, actually. Elf SP meta? Oh, did anyone answer that earlier? I asked in chat earlier, what is the interaction with Sprite Elf and SP Little Knight that makes it super problematic? And I don't think anybody said anything. Because, like, I don't see how that'd be anywhere. Like, isn't IP plus Little Knight just, like, way more, like, disruptive? Like, I mean, yeah, I guess sometimes you can maybe bring back Little Knight more often with Elf, but, like, the out to SP is battle, but Elf can revive it. I mean, that's true, but, like, is that so much of an issue? Also, here's another question. What deck, I guess, are you going to be summoning, like, having a board of Elf and Little Knight? That's another big thing, too. Because that's another thing that's happening in the TCG right now, where people are like, oh, Colossus and Protoss are so big of an issue. And it's like, what deck in the TCG are going to summon those in? Especially both of them, honestly. Snake Eyes and Rescue Ace? Okay, so, like, I guess I would need to see the combo line that can consistently turbo out Elf into, like, Little Knight, and also, like, have access to other things that matter in your archetype. Because I would just need to see the combo line played out, honestly. Like, to be fair, I don't have experience with Little Knight, so I am also genuinely asking, by the way. I'm not trying to disprove people 100% here. Like, when I say, like, what is the problematic interaction? I don't know. Again, maybe it does just come down to me needing to actually play with the cards here. I don't think I'm actually going to activate this yet. No, I won't. SP is made with IP. Wait, SP is still made with the IP, but Elf is just made off IP since it's a link to. I don't understand that. So we're making both of them with IP? Solemn Judgment, oh my god. Okay. That was fucking scary. Actual literal fear of God. Oh no, I lose now. Oh wait, no I don't, because now they're doing stuff. Okay. So if I let this go and then triple attack, I'm just gonna do that. Fuck it. Make Elf with the first SP after we set 4. What kind of a hand do you have to open to do that? Not with the effect, just with IP, because the 2 to make Elf. So you're talking about making Elf with IP on your opponent's turn and then bringing... Wait, what? I'm not following. And it's probably just because it's Twitch chat format, but, like, I'm not following the line. Okay, they're at 1,000. Let's steal... I'll just steal Rex turn, I guess. So IP into Elf, then their turn, get back IP, and then make SP. Oh, okay, I see. But then... Wait, IP into Elf, then their turn, get back IP... So now, but now you've gotten back your IP with the Elf, and now you can't get back SP with Elf. So doesn't that completely nix the interaction of battle that we were talking about earlier that makes SP plus Elf so good? Because you can't, because we've already used Elf during our opponent's turn. I'll just battle this. They need to get over SP. No, but what I'm saying is because I thought the reason we said Elf is good is because you can revive it because they have to battle over the SP and then revive SP with Elf. But if we're doing that line and we're bringing back IP with Elf on our opponent's turn, now we can't bring back SP if they battle over it with Elf. Trap Trick for the Ferret Flames. Digishell with the raid. 76, wow, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. We are doing a little bit of gaming in the Duel Triangle event here, and talking about stuff that's banned in the TCG but not in Master Duel. More raiders. I know, it's been a very raidful night. Thank you very much, DigiShell. I super appreciate that. Welcome, everyone, to the stream. Alright, I think we need one more win to finish out our Dual Triangle events, as well as one more game. What's up, what's up? Hope you are doing well. We give a shout out here to you. Oh, I forgot to shout out Nifroth. I'm so bad at this. Wait, what? Oh, I misspelled shout out. That would do it. Okay, let me beep, 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 beep. Shell. And thank you for the follow as well. Everyone go check out DigiShell. Give him a follow there. Ah, I can't believe I forgot to shout out Nif. I'm so bad at this streaming thing. Oh, it's all good. But this is actually our first stream back in a couple of months, viewers. Oh, viewers, by the way, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Hexlex. I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I'm not too bad at it, if I do say so myself. We just got off the Challenger Cup. That's one of the reasons I took a break, was to focus on Master Duel tournaments in the form of the Challenger Cup. They had 13 this season, and we topped 5 of them. So I was very, very satisfied with my results this season. So if you're into Master Duel gameplay, especially the competitive stuff, you are absolutely in the right place. We have a TG limiter removal here, so this is going to be a full combo. Backed up with the call by is very, very nice here. Let's see if they try to Ash Blossom us. Nope. Okay, so you're going to want to add the Rocket Salamander here, as well as the Booster Raptor. And this will be a full combo. This is going to get us a Calamity Lock. Assuming we don't get disrupted. Or assuming they don't concede. Alright, let's go into another game. That was technically the last duel we needed, I think, to finish our missions, but let's just go into another game. Is there any advice you can give for a newbie? I guess it depends. Well, it's funny with Master Duel, with Yu-Gi-Oh! In general, there's like varying degrees of newness. If you're like brand new to the game, then I would definitely do the tutorials and the solo mode to get a general feel for what the pace of modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Can be. Of course, Ranked Ladder is going to be more intense, but if you're familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh! But more new to like modern Yu-Gi-Oh!, I think that the best step is to pick a meta deck, honestly. Like, a lot of new players really want to start by building their own deck and doing well with it. Totally understandable, and totally valid too. But if your goal is to like get better at the game in the most like, not necessarily quick, but like efficient way possible, it is generally better to start off with somebody else's list. Basically, I think that it's better to get a feel for gameplay. What does my hand look like? Okay, this is fine. I think it's better to get a feel for gameplay, and that will give you a better edge in deck building, because poor deck building will not lead you to better gameplay, because you will just have less options, right? So, again, a lot of new players don't like grabbing a deck online and running with it, but I do think that is the best way to start, honestly. And from there, just pick up a combo guide, try out some of the lines in solo mode against the bots there, just get a feel for how the deck likes to play, and then after that, it just really just comes down to like experience, right? Just playing it out, you'll get more familiar with the deck, how it plays. You'll be able to see scenarios in which you could do things beyond the basic combo lines. You'll get more familiar with that, and yeah, pretty much from there, you are getting good at Yu-Gi-Oh! For the tournaments, I have YCS experience. Okay, so that's definitely a lot more experience than I was thinking. So the thing that is unique about Challenger Cups, there's a couple of things actually. One of the big ones is duel rooms, right? So a lot of the times you will have to make a duel room in order to play against your opponent, right? Make a time deck. I actually advise against that, honestly. When I played Snake Eye in the Challenger Cup, I ended just about every duel with like 10 minutes left on the timer. I don't think playing for the timer is generally right in a Challenger Cup specifically. It tends to be more right in a best of 3 because you can side deck time cards, and also best of 3 matches will just go like playing 3 games in 45 minutes is a lot more time consuming than 1 game in 20, especially with Master Duel where a lot of the stuff is automated. If you know what your deck does and you know it well, you won't hit time very often. So for the best of one Swiss round specifically, I actually don't advise playing a time deck. Do I want to nib here? Okay, they have Grapha and Rhino. No, we're good. I think that 20 minutes for the round, again, if you know your deck, is generally going to be enough. But anyway, as I was saying with the duel room, right? So you'll have to make a duel room. You want to make a new one for every single round because duel rooms save replays. So if you have replays from your previous round saved, your opponent can see what deck you're on. And in the Challenger Cup, you can switch freely decks between rounds. So your opponent could very easily bring something to counterpick you, right? If they go in your room and see 3 replays and, like, you know, they click on one, you're on tier limit, they're like, okay, I can bring, like, Cashier or something, right? So, what do I mean by a time deck? So, in tournaments, right, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments, rounds are timed. So when time is up in the round, the game is over, and whoever has higher life points wins. Also, in Challenger Cups, you don't even go to the end of the phase. It's literally the second time is called, whoever has higher life points in that moment will win the game. So some people will play a deck that plays long intentionally and try to win via time. Again, in best of 3, this becomes a lot more viable. But I think for best of 1, Swiss, I generally don't think playing a time deck is the way to go. That's my personal experience, though. So that's just coming from me. The other thing to know about Challenger... Well, here's the thing, too. I was looking at Europe Challenger Cups, right? And one of the big differences between NA and Europe is the number of rounds you get. So, for example... Well, I think this is actually the only difference, but... if a Challenger Cup has 128 players in North America, we get 5 rounds. In Europe, they get 7. So when you only have 5 rounds for 128 people, then you have to, like, not even every X1 is going to make it, right? Like, you have to have one loss, and that loss have a good tiebreaker if you are going to have a loss. Do you put your chat in emote mode during the duels? Oh, so I personally decided not to stream during the Challenger Cup, so that way I could focus on gameplay. Had I streamed, absolutely 100% would have put chat on emote mode. Because it's so easy to get accused of coaching, right? That's just the safest way to do it. But to be fair, I also don't have as much experience specifically with tournament streams, because I generally don't stream tournaments to focus on gameplay a bit more. And also, to be fair, I've never seen personally a situation where someone's like, oh, this person's streaming and getting advice from chat. But again, better to be safe than not. Another thing to know as well, if you are not streaming, you should still be recording, like doing a live recording of your games. That way, if you end up in a time dispute, you'll have evidence for that, right? Like, I had a game during the Challenger Cup. Also, Thor PP, Thorir PP, and Raditz1504. I think you both for the follows there. So I had a round in one of the Challenger Cups where I got slow played by a hero player, right? I was playing against hero. They were doing their combo line. I resolved a maxi, and then my opponent literally sat for 2 minutes, not doing any actions at all. So, you know, I went over to the dispute channel and I, added my opponent. I said, hey, can you please play a little bit more quickly? You've gone 2 minutes without an activation. Staff was really good. They immediately came in and were like, is there an issue? And I'm like, not right now. They asked me if I had a live recording, and I did. And had it come down to a dispute, that would have been so important. Thankfully, my opponent just picked up the pace and continued to play, and I actually ended up winning that duel. But, yeah, if it had come down to me losing because of time, like, that bit of recording would have 100% mattered. So those are my biggest pieces of advice. Live record your games. If you're not streaming them, do a live recording for disputes, and make a new duel room every single round so they can't watch your replays and see what you're on. 2 biggest things I can offer as far as advice unique to the Challenger Cups. I had to dispute Andy twice in 2. Oh, especially last Sunday, the disputes were ridiculous. There were so many of them. And obviously that was like the biggest tournament too, so that makes sense, right? Yeah, it was. Yeah. There will be. I'm just remembering some of the disputes and how funny they were. There was one dispute where someone went into a duel room and their opponent set the timer for 150 seconds instead of 300, and they didn't say anything until they already lost due to time in the in the turn round there. There was another one where someone was complaining about slow playing, and this was my favorite one, actually. Someone was complaining about slow playing, right? And the staff asked them, do you have screenshots or recording for proof? And the person said, no, but my brother was watching. And then a second later, another user chimes in like, hey, I'm the brother, I was watching. It's like, come on. That one was good. That one was just comical. What was the other one I saw? Oh, just a lot of people asking to get undropped after they dropped, so. You saw that too, Super? It was so good. Honestly, on Sunday, when I was in between rounds, like after I got done playing, I would just go into the dispute channel. It was comedy. It was like comedy gold. It was so funny. Yo, I'm the brother. That's literally how it was. Yo, I'm the brother. They were slow playing. It's so good. Oh goodness. Oh, there was another dispute that was really dumb where like time got called and the person who had higher life points like clicked surrender to end the duel, right? But then their opponent tried to claim the win, but they had a screenshot, or they had a recording proof, so they were able to verify that, like, no, I had higher life points when time was called. One thing, too, definitely, like, make sure that when you do your live recording, if possible, well, my avatar is covering it, but just having the time up is super important in the recording, too, so that people know for sure. But, yeah, no, there was a person who, like, yeah, so time got called, the person with higher life points surrendered just to end the duel, then their opponent tried to claim the win, the person who actually won because of time verified it with recording, and then their opponent started complaining, like, what the hell, you surrendered, I got scammed. It's like, come on, dude. Come on. So, oh, that's good, that's good. If I ever get in your time, I quick open snipping tool. Exactly. I got scammed. Yeah, they literally said like I got scammed. It was great. I generally prefer live recording, but if you have a screenshot, that's also like, you know, good as well. Okay, so where are we at here? I just looked at my missions, and I think we are actually good to go on the missions, right? Yeah. Alright, we're done with the triangle duel. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and call the stream here. We will be back tomorrow, same time, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, for some ranked ladder, since we are now done with the event. And also, on Saturday, we'll be streaming again with some viewer duels. So, definitely be sure to drop by then. Time for the skill drain event? No, I'm good. I think I'm good. But thank you, DigiShell, for the raid. Everyone, go check them out. And let me see if there's been enough time lapse for me to shout out Nifroth, who rated us earlier. Nifroth also rated us earlier in the stream. So go give both of them cool cats a follow. Speaking of raids, who is on right now? I see Vanilla Scoop. Vanilla Scoop looks like they are memeing right now. So let's go pop in and say hello. And share some goofs and some gaffs. Vanilla's a very, very, very funny person. So definitely go ahead and join us in the raid. Thank you everyone so much. Again, we'll be back tomorrow, and I am so excited to be back for these streams. Weekly scheduled streams happening again. Boom. Love it. All right, we're raiding. I'm signing off. I'm loving all of you, and I'll see you later. Bye.